So you think you know Wix, do you really? First up, we've got shaped video masks. You can use different shapes to create complete. So you think you know Wix, do you really? First up, we've got shaped video masks. You can use different shapes to create complete.
Dead. I slapped my girl, she called the feds. I did that time and spent that bread. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, they're replacing me. I had to take them to that ghetto university. Lights, cop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights. All of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life, drug life, thug life, rock life, every night. All of the lights, turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need, want you to see everything, want you to see all of the lights. Restraining order, can't see my daughter. Her mother, brother, grandmother hate me in that order. Public visitation, we met at borders. Told her she'd take me back, I'll be more supportive. I made mistakes, I bumped my head, and court sucked me dry. I spent that bread, she need a daddy. Baby, please.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play the music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while.
One. No. Two. No. Three. That's what we're talking about.
Pro 4. So we're gonna start off with 1, nope. 2, nope. 3, we'll take 3 today.
welcome back. You know what it is. I'm going to get it right this time. It's the off-season show presented by Impulse Media. I'm your host, CJ Greaves. And as always, sitting to my left, the one, the only, the Cartwheel King, Tito Cartwheel Labine.
That's right. That's right. TCL. That's what we're calling it.
TCL.
Tito Cartwheel Labine. Get the dub out of there because I only take L's.
Right.
Wait. Sorry.
Yeah, don't.
Shit, I said that wrong.
Whatever. Oh, look at Jeffrey's in the corner now. All
Jeffy
the time.
Cam.
We got the
We
Jeffy
got
Cam.
the Jeffy Cam.
now.
All right.
You
Sitting
kept complaining that you weren't seeing my face enough, so now you guys get to see it all the time.
Yeah, that's what we just really needed you. Sitting across from me, straight across, the man behind the controls, the man that did a better cartwheel, and the guy in the Jeffy Cam now, Mr. Jeffrey Keeble.
What up, guys? How's it going?
It's going.
I feel like it's been forever since we did
It's been since last year.
Yes.
So,
Yes, it has been.
good old dad joke.
no pun intended. It's been since last year. I mean, it's been a minute. Glad to be back.
Yes.
Sitting diagonally across from me, kind of kitty corner. The guy that produces the edits. The guy that gets the bangers out there. The guy that makes Jeffrey look like just a wee little pea pod. Mr. Lyle Keeble.
Damn.
I am here.
Yes.
See, that's how you do it. See how good that was?
Damn.
He just straight off the dome.
Love that.
Yeah, just wing it. Just wing it.
That was
All right,
so
cool.
good.
Yeah, it was really good. That's why you're the host, though. That's why I'm behind the Jeffy Cam.
The Jeffy
Well,
Cam.
you're not
now.
behind anymore. We can see your pearly whites
but
right there.
now everyone knows where I sit. Now with you guys, I'm just here
But
chilling.
see, they can see in that little screen that we could potentially put someone next to you in that chair right there.
Oh.
See that? They could look over your shoulder,
Yep.
like maybe sniff your ear or something. No, you wouldn't like that.
he,
No.
he doesn't like his ears being
No,
touched.
I don't like my shoulders being touched.
Nope.
Anything above here, off.
No
off
touch?
limit.
Off limits
But
for
from
him.
there down, like, is questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep.
Well, he's not here tonight, but there's usually a pretty clear reason behind that. And our guest tonight, sitting directly to our left, Lyle's right. We're going to steal one out of the Bobby Pierce line because I think if there was the best name for him, it would be Mr. Smooth Operator, Richie Peters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Smooth operator.
I don't know if I quite get that deep into it.
Well,
I don't know.
was just going with the moment.
Going with the moment. And sitting to his right, Tito Cartwheel Labine's left, the Mayhem Man, Mr. Drew Hessel. The only guy that you'll ever meet that at any given moment can just smash everything in sight.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, when you get
more
angry,
before than
right?
now.
That's
More
like
before than
I
now.
was gonna say,
when
is
you
the
get
angry
angry.
one?
Is that the angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's got a bigger
Pressure
track
release.
record at the RC track than anybody else I know.
At least he fixes
Oh, now
everything.
you remember.
He's,
That's right. Now I remember.
are we 1 hole in or 2 holes in?
I think only one.
1 in an attempt at 2?
Well, the glass said they're Evan.
Yeah.
I tripped and fell on that one. that was not.
So we're 1 hole in and 1 controller in. This
Yeah.
guy, Jeffrey, has been
Same
going
controller multiple times.
to Carpet Munchers or Rug Burners or whatever it is in Appleton and racing some toy cars. And both Drew and Richie race toy cars. And you'll get to understand it a little bit better now. Drew had the radio in this hand, right? And then
Yep.
you steer with this hand.
Yep.
Well, this hand turned to a fist and punched the radio, his own radio.
Don't you remember all this?
Yeah,
we talked about this.
about this last year.
When we had the one with Benchy.
We've done 50 more of these.
Yeah.
They all blend together.
Oh, way to make it feel special.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then he also has blown a hole through the drywall like the Kool-Aid Man, but with his fist after an RC race as well.
What set you off?
What was her name?
Yep.
No name.
No name.
Same reason as the other things happen. Frustration. That
Frustration.
competitive edge.
Yep.
The other thing that goes along with the mayhem is this guy 1 week is like, I'm going to be a BMX racer. Buys a BMX bike.
Oh, fuck.
Goes to the track, first time with it, crashes, breaks his collarbone. Actually, you didn't even use the new bike, right?
Yeah, I did.
You broke your collarbone on the new bike, or was
Yep.
it before you ordered it?
Nope. On a
Is
new
it
bike.
at that Winnebago place?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I know about that.
Jazzed
See,
up.
back in the day, they didn't have asphalt for corners, so.
And
Yeah.
just gave her the 1-2
Just slammed, huh?
smackaroo.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're older, falling down hurts more.
I get that.
Yeah. Broke and shattered the collarbone.
You did it all.
Yep.
Did it all.
Now I have 6 inches of titanium and 8 screws in
Oh,
it.
I was
He's
gonna
got 6
say,
inches twice
I-
down.
Yeah, that's 12 inches if your math is good.
finish it, please.
Nobody asked where, but you know, there's 12 inches
That's
around
right.
there.
It's somewhere.
There's
Yep.
12 inches available between multiple different things.
Yep.
I got 6 inches, 4 in my shoulder.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold outside
It's
right
cold
now.
outside. Hey, at least that doesn't change. At least that doesn't change.
Nope.
So we did one since PRI, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we did like
Yep.
an
We
update
did like
what we did.
a recap.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a holiday recap, kind of like what we're gonna do for New Year's and Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
And
So since then, we haven't done anything. This is our first one back. Christmas around the board, pretty good. You guys do anything exciting? Did Santa bring you everything you wanted?
Trying to
Everything.
think- Oh, I got an ice maker.
Damn.
My sister got me an ice maker because I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of iced coffee. So she got me an ice maker.
Do you know how to make the coffee part that goes in it?
So here's the thing: is that I will admit this is where I am like a basic white bitch.
Okay.
I fucking
You're going to
love.
Starbucks.
I love iced coffee, man. Like
But from Starbucks or anywhere?
from anywhere. So like I buy like the cold coffee.
Can you? I was
in
gonna
the
say,
store?
can you get like cold coffee?
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can-
you have
you
to run
can-
through the coffee machine
Yeah,
to
you
make
can
coffee.
you can buy like pre-made like coffee.
Oh.
And then what I do then is I get this little bottle of syrup, and it's a French vanilla, and you just pour just a little bit in the bottom, and
It's
then
not creamer.
no. So and then iced coffee.
I'm
but here's the thing.
genuinely asking.
Yeah.
You
Here's
guys
the
are
thing.
laughing at me.
Here's where I add the white to it. I add a splash of heavy cream. So people use
Oh,
like
you are a splash of heavy cream.
my bad.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you, brother. So no, some people
You're
use
about
like
as
half
white
and
as
half.
it, too.
Oh,
Some people use
God.
half and half,
Oh.
or like milk, or like creamer.
Oh, these
But
are a lot of-
I'm a heavy
these are
cream
a lot
guy.
of words. A lot of words. Heavy cream guy.
He's made that for me though once. It was pretty fucking
pretty
good.
good?
It was really
Slaps?
good. Yeah, I requested it even a couple times.
So was it
Yeah.
through a coffee maker or was it bought?
So I think it was through a coffee maker in a warehouse somewhere in like Colombia.
'Kay.
And then what they do is they make it and then package it and then send it here.
So can you make coffee the night before and just put it in the fridge and get the same thing?
yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah, but then you're doing too much. You know what I mean? You gotta buy,
Sounds like you're doing a lot. Sounds like you're doing a lot.
here's the thing.
Fucking
You're adding another unnecessary step. Because then you're buying coffee, you're buying filters, you got to buy the coffee maker itself.
You don't have to buy filters.
then
What do
you
you have to buy
gotta- then you
filters
gotta-
for?
then you
What's wrong with the Keurig?
Then you gotta
pop
make the
pot
coffee.
in, hit the fucking button.
I got one that doesn't use any filters.
It like gives you like
not
a
shit.
specific amount. A specific amount. I can then be like, oh, I'm feeling some coffee today. I'll get a big glass or I'll get a small glass.
And you just just make more. It's in the fridge anyway.
My thing has a glass size selector thing.
I get a bottle like a hat, like it looks like a half a gallon of milk kind of. So like I
So
get
what's
ones
the
that, like
difference
them-
making a half gallon at a time and putting it in a fucking
because
fridge?
then, like I said, then we're making all this coffee,
It's
and then
in a Keurig.
and then you got okay. So we're making
You're
38.
still dumping
things
all
of-
this shit in there anyways.
So we're making 38 pods of coffee, putting it into a pitcher.
Sorry, it would take you fucking 4.5 minutes to make your 38 pods of coffee.
My maker's a single serve.
Or I could just go buy the bottle of pre-made coffee.
No,
already.
what?
It's already just cold coffee that's sitting there.
That's the only thing you must buy because there's never anything to eat in your fridge.
It sounds like rich people
because I
problems.
eat it already.
thank you. Thank you.
chimes in.
At which
What
part?
do you mean?
What part-
What do you
what part-
mean?
what part got you to chime in?
Yeah, which
which
part?
Oh, the rich person one.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Because you got 2 jobs.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go to Starbucks and they make it for you? You don't have to do
Yeah,
anything.
then if you're gonna be white girl, be real white girl.
Yeah.
I do like twice a week, so.
Some what?
What?
He does like twice
I
a week.
do like
Oh,
twice a week.
twice a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you like something. Like
Yeah, so normally I'm like, I'll celebrate a Monday, I'll go to Starbucks.
Go celebrate.
Celebrate Monday.
what's the second day then?
Friday. I deserve a treat.
Did you have to go to work anytime lately? Make the whole drive. Do they know you don't live there yet?
No, they still don't know I live there. Because
No, you don't live there.
like even up until like last week, I had my meeting with my manager. And he's like, "Oh man, it's cold over here, huh?" And I was like, I had to look at my phone. I was like, "Oh yeah, man." I'm like, 3 degrees, pretty cold. He's like, "Yeah, you staying warm?" I was like, "Yep." And over here it was like 19 degrees.
Do you guys know about this?
So he works at
I do not. I don't know what's going on here.
Tell them.
So I work for the University of Minnesota, and I work remote. And I decided then move here in order to like do the camera stuff. So I just figured eventually they just find out and like fire me. Well, they just have never asked or never cared. So I've just been running the gambit the whole time. And anytime I need to go like in for a meeting or I had to go get a new laptop, I just drive over there, stay with a buddy, and then do what I need to do, and then come back that day. So
You're like the dude from the Office Space, where they let him go, but
oh yeah,
they tell him.
and they move him to the basement. And they just never tell him.
Yep.
Yes.
Damn. Even Drew's firing shots already.
Amen.
So Christmas was good.
Christmas
New
was
Year's.
good.
New
Sorry.
Year's. What do we have for New Year's? Did you guys do anything exciting?
I got sick after Christmas.
You
I'm
still
still
sound
I'm
sick.
still a little sick, but they talked me into going out for a little bit with them.
Yep. We ended up going out to
to the old
yeah.
saddle up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Richie, were you out on
I was.
New Year's at the saddle?
I was not there, no.
Too many people for you.
I was at the Nightly Buzz.
What's
I've
the
never
Nightly
been there
Buzz?
before.
Where is it?
Was that called the Daily Buzz at one time?
It's right next to the Daily Buzz, which I think is a coffee shop.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but it's a bar.
It's a bar.
Was it good?
It was lame.
It was lame.
It was lame.
Bunch of
Right
weird
out
people.
of the gate? No. Don't go there. Don't go there.
I mean, it wasn't
Don't.
terrible, but there was like an EDM DJ guy, so it was a bunch of that crowd, and
Was it bad EDM or did he just suck?
I don't know. I
Isn't
just
that
didn't
the
really
same?
like it.
Bad EDM and sucking? What's the difference?
There's good EDM.
Yeah, but you just said.
Well, there
Was
is
it bad EDM or did he just
yes,
suck?
okay. There's bad EDM where, like, if you have like the wow, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that what EDM is?
Yeah, it was. Okay, so EDM there's a different variety of it, right? If you're like, oh, I like rock music. Okay, well, there's different types of rock music, right? There's hard rock, there's alternative rock, there's classic rock, and it's different like little genres that are kind of underneath it. So there are some bad ones that sound like robots fucking, and then there are ones that sound really good that you can fuck too. So, like,
So which ones were playing at the Nightly Buzz? The robots fucking or the ones you want to fuck too?
So it sounds like
Probably the robots.
there you go.
yeah,
Just the robots themselves,
He's
not even
like
the
just
other part.
overall EDM sucks.
Yeah.
dude, it sounds like you're vibrating, man. Some of those are really bad.
Oh, Tito, are you a big EDM guy? You like EDM?
I do. I love EDM.
I'd rather shit and wipe it across my forehead than listen to that.
like Tiesto, Calvin Harris, Marvin Garrix. Like I love a lot of
Are
those
those people?
EDM. Yes.
Okay.
is
Yes.
EDM the thing with all the lights and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
it's
are
like
EDM
People
festivals.
cool with the nightsticks or whatever the hell.
In like fucking twirlies and
Yeah.
like dressed up all weird.
That sounds that sounds
Like any
tiring.
one of them could try to rape you at any time and it's just okay and you can't judge them.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to that place in Florida like that?
I did. I went to an
little-
EDM festival with my sister and her husband and my
Wait, did
cousin
you go to-
Corey.
What was it called? Was it called Ultra?
No, it was bigger than
Oh
that.
my God.
Oh, that's
bigger
that
than
thing
that.
you were
Oh,
at.
yes.
No. In Miami or in Florida?
It was in, I went to something Florida. They only have 4 of them. There's one in Vegas.
EDC?
EDC.
Oh, I'm gonna stab you in the fucking chest.
I
Bro.
went to
stab you in the
EDC
chest.
Orlando.
I'm gonna stab you in the chest.
So is that the
right
thing
now.
that they had like the big display and there was this shit going on
Yeah, they
everywhere?
had, like
confetti
Okay,
and fucking
see, I was
lights
like
it's
that.
wild.
flames and
ADD right here.
Like
just-
I
All I
walked
need is the
in,
lights.
just
I walked in, looked around, and was like, I'm not in these people's level. Like, somebody get me some drinks because these people have way more than drinks in them already. And I don't even know what they're doing, but I guess if I'm going to, like, vibe in, I got to do something here.
rolling on Molly. Got just these like
Yes.
got
Corey
these
got
like
his fucking phone pickpocketed.
I believe it. That's why people don't wear a lot of clothes there. So a lot of white girls, just little bitty bikinis, man, just covering the nips. Just
Why do they got to be white?
ass, because there ain't no black girls at an EDM concert. I can probably count 7. A crowd of 100,000, brother.
What, they don't like EDM?
Very little do. Very little do.
I guess.
I don't think I've ever met and I'm gonna say a true black guy because
I was gonna say Alex. I was just gonna say
Alex does like some of it, but as far as
What about
like
Gary? Does Gary like EDM?
no, hell no, dude. You know Gary. Gary don't like no EDM,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. Thank you.
He's like, he's gonna be like, where's the guitars at? That's Gary.
They said that's why Tito likes it.
What's that?
Because it's gay. Because it's gross.
Because it's gross.
Listen up.
Listen up.
Did you see what Jazz said before that?
What do you say? Oh, let's not address that.
What did I miss?
Talk about that off cam.
He said half and half.
Just
Oh
for
yeah, I
singer.
saw that. Just was here. So we're past New Year's, right? Everyone kind of went out, had some fun.
Yep.
What'd you do, Drew?
Nothing. I don't do New Year's.
Why?
Crazy
Then
people and
how do you
cops.
get to the new year?
Yeah.
Are you still?
Sleep.
Are
I
you
wake
still
up
in
New Year.
24?
Am I?
You still in 24?
Sure. No,
Drew
I,
delivers beer, everybody.
no, I had
and-
to work the next. Well, not New Year's Day, but I had other shit I needed to do. So I went out.
Probably New Year's Eve. You were stocking beer.
The girlfriend. Yeah, I was.
Stocking beer.
Girlfriend was working. Did the whole New Year's thing. Spent an hour with her, and then went home.
That
And
sounds
then
tough.
picked her up later. Huh?
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What? There was fucking crazy people.
Just another day, right?
Yeah.
Just
I think it's a.
follow-
I think it's a useless holiday.
Coming from the guy that probably didn't do anything.
It's a
On
useless
Jeffy cam over
holiday.
there, probably
Thank
didn't do
you.
anything.
Thank
I think
you.
it's a useless holiday.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. You didn't fumble anything.
You didn't
Yeah,
fumble
it
it.
was-
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Just a
that.
I
useless
forgot,
holiday.
dude.
I forgot her name. I don't know her name, but she's around the racing all the time. But she
Yeah.
asked me, she's like, "Are you gonna redeem the family name?"
I forgot about the great fumble.
They
at
even
20
knew about it.
Yeah. The great fumble
Damn.
at 23.
No.
The greatest fumble of them all.
That was so wild, man. She was so beautiful, bro. Like, first of all, she walked right by Casey. So, our buddy Casey, you know
They
Casey.
know
right?
Casey.
they
They
know
know
Casey.
Casey longer than you could walk.
Yeah,
bro.
right? Good looking cat, man. Fucking just pushes him right out of the way, goes right up to fucking
This guy right there.
Goofy over there. He's in the corner, right? Right? She comes out. Oh God, I like your hat. I like your tie. I like the way you like your outfit. He's like, cool. And dude, she's just hitting on him, right? I'm like, oh damn, like this is going really well. And fucking just was like, all right, yeah. She's like, I'm gonna go to the front. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna go up there now. He's like, cool. And then she just turns and walks away. And I turned, I was like, what the fuck, man? He's like, so,
Wait, that was him? I thought he was the fumble.
no, him.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, look at that
He's the
smile,
fumble.
though.
He goes, "Look at that smile."
Look at that award-winning smile right there.
Dude, and
Fumble
she
of
was
a
just
champ.
so, like, unbelievably naturally beautiful. Like,
And she wanted to be dickmatized. And
oh
you
my
just,
God, dude. She wanted to lick his
Dickmatized.
neck, bro. Like, right in front of everyone.
Right over my head.
Right over. Didn't even notice.
Yeah, I seen the pass. I was just like, damn.
You didn't even see the pass.
Yeah, I don't think you saw the pass.
You didn't even see the pass. You were like that receiver that was running his route, and the ball was thrown over here, and you never looked, and you're just like, huh.
All right, I give
All
it
right.
that. I give,
I
it
Because I
guess.
give you that.
that. I'll give you that
I
one.
guess. Well,
You make some mistakes.
ain't that the truth?
yeah.
But to be fair,
To be fair.
I did see this meme. It was like when you seen bro pull a 10 and he fumbled, he's like, but he can still pull a 10. Stay with me now.
That is true. That's true.
So, maybe Jeffrey can pull another one of these
Yep.
times.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
You know,
Maybe.
everybody wins the lottery twice. So
Really?
Goes lottery twice.
yeah.
When do you win it the first time?
The first one's being born in the good old U.S. of A. Baby.
Baby. All right, fair. All right, fair.
That's our first lottery.
Well, we made her through there. Emotional damage. That's Cappert. Cappert has emotional damage, but not anymore. He's healed
Yeah, he's healed
Is
again.
he healed?
by her
Actually,
Yeah, I'll say he's healed again.
Oh.
For the
at the same house.
this guy looks like fucking Chucky at this point. He's just cut up and sewn back together at this point, man.
Cappert.
Brother's all cut up and sewn back together.
He's not in there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not in there, no.
Somebody said emotional damage, and the last couple times I've been going out, Cappert like wouldn't drink or nothing because then he got all up in his feels. So anyone would be like, dude, why are you being so boring? I'm like, leave him alone. He's got emotional damage.
Changed man.
Changed back.
it's
Well,
changed.
what was he like that before?
What do you mean? He's back with her.
Oh.
Damn, you didn't catch any of that?
No.
Yeah, he's lost.
See, this is the shit that I'm talking
This
about,
is
man.
what that
Over
boss-
his head.
I'm
Over his
sorry.
head, man.
Over the head.
Get him out.
Yeah, my
Get
bad.
him out.
Get him
My
out.
bad.
Get him out.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm just gonna continue
Thank you,
doing this.
Welcome.
Behind here, you guys do your thing.
Welcome to. You're not behind there anymore. We can see you right there
I
on
know,
the screen.
but I've still got work to do back here.
All right. Well, we made her through New Year's. One thing, RIP, our boy Zach Woodkey. A lot of you guys probably know him on here. He helped us when we were running the Yamahas back in the day. First couple of years, he's worked for Johnny Holcher. He's worked for Zach Zakowski. The last couple of years, loved being around the races, and unfortunately, he was in a car accident during the holidays, The day of Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And passed away. So RIP to our boy there. We're going to miss you at all the races, and we know that you're still going to be there looking down on us. So after that, we saw KGB's wedding rehearsal.
Yeah, the wedding reception.
The wedding reception. We finally got the boys to do a cartwheel competition. Hopefully, we can maybe like post it somewhere if anyone saved it. Because there's been all this talk. There's been all this talk, so we had to get her done. We had to get her done. So, I think I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
At KGB's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I had a blast, man. That was a good time.
It's a good
It
time.
was a good time to see everybody, hang around, bullshit, kind of, celebrate that love. That was really cool, man. I love weddings, by the way.
Yeah, me
I
too. Me
absolutely
too. I'm starting to like them more.
I
Starting to like 'em
absolutely
more.
love weddings, man.
In the past, not so much, but we're getting there.
I felt super underdressed when I went there.
Same.
Like normally I dress
Yeah,
up.
I thought I
You
did
guys were
dress
all in
up.
flannels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Every
I
one
did
of them
dress
showed
up.
up in a flannel.
Normally I dress up pretty nice for a wedding, or at
Yeah.
least like not too over the top, but I look nice. And I looked in the dude. I had on black pants,
And a flannel.
a button up, a tie, and a vest over it. So it's like, all right, kind of like classy, whatever. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, fuck, man, I look like a blackjack dealer. So I looked and I was like, fuck, I can't wear this. So then I was like, you know what? I'm trying too hard. It's a KGB wedding reception at 21 Gun Roadhouse.
Yep,
You know what
no
I mean?
one's judging.
I'm like, no one's going to go hard for this thing.
I'm pretty sure they
So-
sell flannels on the wall there.
Oh, dude, 100%. And so I threw on a flannel. I was like, whatever, man. Like, threw some shit in my hair. I walk in, everyone's in button-ups and fucking nice pants. And I'm like, God damn it, man. You got
Yes.
a brown kid rolling in a flannel. I'm like, people are going to judge so hard. Be like, of course, straight off the res kind of shit. So I just... so disappointed. But it's fun.
It was a good time.
It was a good time. The pants
Good time.
came off.
Pants came off.
So we started talking about the cartwheels, and we're like, we got to bust it out right now. It's time. We just got to get it over with. Jeffrey does his cartwheel, and then
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
and
You
we're
saved
like,
it?
Tito,
Yeah, just
Tito's
keep
got to do
talking.
it.
Why'd
Keep
you save
talking.
it?
And Tito,
Keep talking.
for
Reason
some
to save
reason,
it.
instantly took his pants off. Was the first thing.
Yep.
And then had like this big warm up and everything to get into it. And then we did the cartwheel. So hopefully Jeffrey's gonna pull it up here for you guys. Eric Hill said. So a lot of you guys know Zach Woodkey was big into RC with us. Richie, I think, stood up in his wedding. Drew and I have known him forever. A good, gotta be almost 12, 15 years or something. And dirt heaven for any of our RC guys or people that like racing RC. There's a lot of short course people getting into it lately. is holding a race March 15th in honor of him. Bust out. Let's get the slashes and the short course trucks out there and go have a good time. So March 15th, Third Heaven's having a race for Zach Woodkey. And if you're into racing toy cars and you like it, freaking get after it. But while he's working on that, let's go over like a little bit of racing that's going on. So I think Dakar is going on, and we have 5 maybe U.S. teams right now. We have obviously Brock Hager and Max City Juniors as co-driver. They're in the UTV class, running a factory car. We have Mitch Guthrie Jr., who came out of UTVs now and is running a T1 Ford Raptor. And then we have Seth Quintero, who's also came out of the Red Bull UTV stuff and is now in a T1 Toyota Hilux back thing. And then I think we also have Sarah Price in a UTV, and we have Corbin Levelting, something like that. He is also running there. And I know Brock is currently 2nd overall in the UTV class with his teammate, also Factory Polaris, leading the UTV class at Dakar right now. And then I think Mitch, I don't know exactly where Mitch Guthrie is. I know he's had a couple good stages in there. And I think Seth Quintero was top qualifier, first year out in a T1, and is currently 3rd in the T1 class. So I know you were talking about beforehand, someone made a overlay of if they took Dakar and put it in the United States, which I wish I could have saw that. It would be cool to look at.
Yeah, I'll see if I can try to find it for you. But I think what's a kind of a bummer of Dakar is kind of like not necessarily where they moved it from, because I thought it was cool in that western side of Africa to be able to go through where it originally kind of raced at.
I thought Saudi Arabia is where it originally was, and then they moved it away, and now they brought it back.
Yes, so that I apologize. Where it was at
say sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Before they moved back to Saudi Arabia, what I was going to say is where it was at.
Did you hear that, Jeffrey? You see how that's done?
Yep.
where it was at, I thought was really cool because of the different elements of it. You know what I mean? Is you always get like the Baja 1000, and which is a desert race, and then Saudi Arabia, which I mean, and again, I'm being very presumptive here, saying that Saudi Arabia is just desert. I mean, it is, but it isn't. And where Dakar was, I thought was a great staging race because of the different geography, terrains of the race. So I always thought it was great, but I understand why. I think they moved it was because of like the safety, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of everything like Western Africa started to get a little
hairy,
a little dicey.
Yeah.
So then I think they moved it, obviously back. And, I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, that overlay that they put around, like, it was going through Saudi Arabia. They put it onto the United States. And basically, so Saudi Arabia kind of takes up about, at least in this overlay, it took up like 60% of the United States. And then the race itself basically went from, like, Florida up until, like, Ohio. And then, like.
It's DAK.
Yeah. Iowa, and then back down to Texas, and then all the way back through to Florida. So it was like it takes up about half the country as far as like a race goes. So, and this isn't, I mean, just driving that in the freeway is one thing, but to do it on uneven terrain in a race, I mean, that's got to be, next level shit.
Yeah, and people that don't know a lot about Dakar, they just had, I forgot what they call it, but a 48-hour stage. So
yeah.
You start in the morning and you race until they give you a certain time, and at that time you just have to stop. And you carry a tent with you, and I think your team in this stage can meet you out there, and then you have to sleep in a tent though, and they give you like these little food boxes and whatever.
Oh
there
yeah,
it is.
yes, here it is.
These little food boxes and stuff, and I would say that's maybe 50% of the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I mean,
but that
because
would
I
be
was
pretty
scrolling
sick.
by, I like looked at it, but yeah, no, that dude, I think that's really cool. I mean, just kind of showcase as far as like, how big that race is. Obviously, throughout most of the country.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're going from what
think
is
of the
that?
1,000. The 1,000
Yeah.
goes from what? bottom of Mexico.
Yeah, so that the biggest one, obviously, that we went to was 1,300 miles. You know, 1,000 miles is still a long ways here, but you're looking at Cincinnati all the way to.
Does it say that? Does it say the mileage for this year? I know it's in kilometers, but anyway, so they just finished the 48-hour stage. You race until your given time limit, and then you have to pull over and park, and you sleep there. And then the next morning you have a start time, and then you race until you don't finish the stage, or until you finish the stage. So they and if you don't finish the stage, you're out of the scoring. You can still continue to race, but you're out of the scoring. It doesn't matter anymore. If you don't finish the stage, you're just get
done?
out. Yep, you're done. You can still race and still like try to win stages and stuff, but it doesn't mean nothing. You don't actually gain time on anything because you had to get support to finish the stage. So they just finished that, and then they did stage 3, would have been like last night into this morning, and now the Biblic is moving, which is like their whole big setup where everyone sleeps, and it's just like a bunch of sheets hanging everywhere, basically, and tents all over. So they're moving it now as the first move they'll have, and I think they got 8 more stages to go. But our Americans are doing pretty good. I'm not sure on the moto side. We usually have a couple Americans on the motocross side as well, but I don't know. I haven't seen really a whole lot about them. This is another one of those races that's like wild, super cool, crazy to think about, but at the same time, very, very hard to follow. Like everything, all the updates I see, everything I'm seeing is all strictly from race teams or race people. Following Mitch Guthrie, following the Players Factory Racing and Brock and Sarah Price and all that. That's where you're actually seeing the posts of kind of what's going on. They must obviously race. It must be when we're sleeping at night here, or I'm not exactly sure because I can't ever find it to watch it. But maybe it's just I don't know. But this is so Sebastian Loeb is one of the top racers there, and apparently he didn't finish the stage, so he's out of the race now if you don't finish the stage. So
how many people actually finish this race?
I don't know. That would be a good stat to look up, like how many people actually, how many start to how many finish, typically within the series. I'm not, or the one event. I'm not exactly sure, but Jeffrey will get it going for us. But so back on to let's talk some RC racing. It's silly season. Well, it was silly season. And this really only considers us 3 because none of these guys will know anything what we're talking about. But one, you guys might be blown away. Everybody in a consensus. I heard that Dakota Fenn, arguably the best toy car racer right now. I would say the only one more dominant than him would have been Ryan Cavallari. I think Cavallari in his prime for like that 3-year span literally went everywhere and won every freaking race. Where Dakota Fenn, hands down, seems to be like the fastest guy, but he doesn't always win because he's just fast, drives a really twitchy, goofy setup, and can't seem to always put it all together. But arguably the best racer right now. Last year, cleared like $375,000 for his salary.
Dollars?
Yes, dollars. Dollars.
Holy shit!
I'm more fascinated how you knew that.
Yep. And then
You just
something.
Dakota Fenn net worth on Google, or
I just know enough people that.
oh,
That's
nah,
insane.
Yes,
That's
questions, right?
insane.
So, and what's crazy is the way it works. I don't even know how this turns into a thing, but for some reason, RC is the only platform I know that is this way that pays monthly. Like all their sponsors, you talk to any of them, if they're getting paid, they're getting paid monthly. Like, who the fuck gets paid monthly? It's like, oh, I get $1,200 a month.
It's not like a yearly contract, or
It is. It's a yearly contract, but they get like your thing isn't set on like, okay, your deal is $20,000 and you'll get paid throughout 4 quarters.
yeah.
No, their deal is like you sign a deal for like what you're gonna make a month. and then each month you get paid.
Yeah.
Like your bank probably thinks you're a drug lord. Like I'm bringing in 3 checks or 4 checks from 4 different companies that are all worth $1,200.
Yeah.
Like wild. But the big thing going on right now, being silly season, Dakota Fend, Richie would know probably most. How long has he been with TLR, which is Team Losi Racing? His whole career.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think I saw like maybe it was like 11 or 12 years.
I thought it was longer than that. Didn't he start when he was like
I
a
think
teenager?
it's longer than that even.
But maybe running the car, but not full on TLR backed.
I thought he was like, teens yet.
I know he was
he's
young
only
when he
he's
started.
only in his 20s,
Oh, well.
right?
So it's probably been 15 years.
Been with
Longer.
this company called TLR, which is Team Losi Racing, and this company also owned by Horizon Hobbies, one of the largest, I would say the largest business in the industry right now. They've bought out about everybody.
Yep.
But they own Horizon, they own TLR, they own Spectrum, they own Proline, they own AKA I think now too.
Yep. And
right?
Axial Crawlers.
Axial.
Yeah.
Trinity.
They own a good bit of the industry. They went on a kick in the last couple of years and have bought out about any company that was really worth anything that wasn't a distributor and or a small company that was successful. They basically bought them out. And this company just cut all of their paid drivers, every one of them. And or anyone that was, from what I heard, Cole Tollard still had an offer of 100% deal. Not getting paid or anything like that, but 100% deal with good quarterly budget to order parts and cars and stuff like that. But other than that, it sounded like they basically just kiboshed everyone. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on their scheme and their branding market behind it?
Dumb.
That's it. That's all you.
I mean, how you gonna grow the racing side if you don't have those top drivers there?
So they're still doing their 50% team and their 75% team, from what I.
Yep.
What I
I mean,
heard.
they still have a lot of good drivers, but I mean, like.
But do you think
the guys that are traveling and getting paid? I mean.
Do you think you need those pro top level drivers to buy cars? Do you think that's what's selling like their cars?
Well, you need the top guys that are winning.
Yeah,
because when you win, you see the car.
Everybody wants to see the car that wins.
Yeah,
right.
But like on
You're right.
the big stage.
But
you know, locally it helps too. But if you have those 150% drivers that are locally, that helps too. But at the same time, you still.
I feel like a lot of people want to see the car, but nobody actually wants to buy it, right? Like Dakota Fend, arguably the best guy, goes X-Ray. Leaves TLR, goes X-Ray. X-Ray didn't come out with anything new, crazy, fancy. Obviously, he just went X-Ray. But it doesn't make me want to go buy an X-Ray, right? When Dakota Fend was winning week in and week out with a TLR, like, yeah, I wanted to see it and see if they were doing anything goofy, which you aren't going to know anyways. They ain't going to tell you.
Yeah.
Usually they have a race car and a picture car, it seems like lately, because everyone's testing new stuff. And you're not going to see it anyways. But I still didn't want to go buy a TLR. So to give the Brown Bakes a little background here, we took, it would basically be like pro circuit Kawasaki for Supercross, right? Mitch Payton's team, cutting all their factory riders and then giving privateers a ride underneath their tent. A buy-in privateer rider, a position under their tent. And their marketing strategy behind it is by taking the money out of the drivers, they can, I guess the way I understood it was like kick back to tracks and like contingency and like spend money in different ways, I guess is kind of the way I understood it, but I don't know. It's hard to fathom.
So I can kind of gather like what you're saying is like obviously like number wise, just for the sake of it, let's say it's like $100,000 you're paying, 4 guys or whatever it may be. So it's like, okay, well, instead of paying $100,000 to 4 guys, let's take that $100,000, pay 4 privateers that total $10,000
They don't pay nothing.
or nothing. So
don't
then
pay
you take
anybody.
that $100,000 and you put it towards something else instead of paying these 4 drivers, whatever it may be. So I understand that, like, in theory, that sounds great. It sounds like $100,000 going back towards the racing. But it's like, okay, well then what happens to those drivers then? You know what I mean?
They
it's
all
like,
just went somewhere that was paying.
I was just going to say that.
And then that's exactly it. And then they go to your competition. And then their competition, and say they win with the competition. Well, again, like you said, man, people want to see what car's winning. They want to see what's out front. And then who knows? Maybe their competition is then able to capitalize on that and just say, hey, listen, we're going to run a deal here where you make it more affordable or whatever it may be. Because what I think is when I see
sponsor more events,
is
maybe?
when I see RC car racing, if I'm like, okay, well, you know, Rich over here won, and this is his car that he won with. I'm like, damn, dude, like, it's a baller-ass car. I can't afford that, or I think I can. You know what I mean? But then it's like, oh, it's a realistic possibility that I could be driving the same car that you can. Am I going to perform the same? No. But guess what? This is what you win with, and this is what it's very possible that anybody else could be with. So if that means that it's going to your competition, well, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy what he's racing.
Yep.
And it's cool that, you know, somebody else is then giving that $100,000 back to the scene.
But there's no payout.
But there's no,
So what are they giving back to? Unless they have a contingency program, right?
Yep.
Some sort of contingency program. And do they sponsor more events then? But I don't think they really give.
They have a select list, but I don't think they're doing any more than they did last year.
It's interesting.
So my look on it is they must have did some whatever marketing research, and they found out that they were probably getting kickback in other realms, whether it's be anything else in their company that was more than the racing, and be like, hey, why are we forking all this money into here when we're seeing more kickback?
Yeah, but that's all they do is build race RC cars. I mean,
but anything else RC though. I mean, they have the crawling thing, which is whatever, and then.
Here's a better question. Do you think if there was no factory teams, no drivers getting paid, would it change the sport? Would the sport I guess the way I'm looking at it, is it going to hurt or help the sport? I think being that they dropped their drivers and so many of them spread out, I think that was a good thing, right? You had a couple of them go to Schumacher. You had supposedly, I heard somebody's going Serpent and someone's going S-Works. One of the top guys. Who hasn't announced where they're going yet?
Cavalieri, but he wasn't Losey.
Yeah, and I think Cavalieri's going Serpent. He was already S-Works, I think. Wasn't he S-Works?
He was running Schumacher.
Right, but wasn't he S-Works like 5 years
Couple
ago?
years
4
ago,
years
yeah.
ago? I think he's going Serpent. But basically, everyone's going just where they can. Whoever's going to pay him. Look, let's be realistic. Team Associated, TLR. What else? What else was really dominant? What else do you even see at your local track? That's about it. And then you go to electronics and you get Reedy and you had Hobbywing. That's really all you had left, right? Now in this silly season in itself, you did see a little bit of X-Ray. This silly season in itself, all of a sudden, you got how many new electronics companies that we were all just talking about that we've never heard of, that all these pros are running, that a bunch of us, Drew and I know for sure, looked up right away. We're like, oh, freaking so-and-so's running this ESC? I don't even know what that is. Fucking looked it up. It was on eBay and Hobbies. You could buy it. Never even knew it existed. It's been out for a year and a half. Like, it definitely brought more eyes to different brands. I think you're going to see more.
The competition between the brands will be better.
Yeah.
Now that it's just more spread out.
What surprised me about all this was Schumacher and how many guys they picked up. I never would have thought. I would have never thought they would have been in the picture. And
I
all
think
of a
they're
sudden,
going to
it's like,
blow
boom.
up more than anybody else in the industry this year in 2025. I think they're going to blow up the most because they got the most drivers. They went and picked up a bunch of drivers, and they're reasonably priced. And I think they were kind of like that hidden gem off the map. X-Ray, everybody knows, has a pretty decent car, but nobody wants to pay the money.
I mean, they picked up Mayfield.
Schumacher.
Which is a big one. Yeah, which is a big one.
Which is a big one. And everyone knew X-Ray had a good car, but what was an fucking X-ray charges you fucking $15 for one AR. Like, ain't nobody gonna fucking go for it, right?
It's out of my budget.
I don't know. It's been an interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if
season.
TLR brings the race team back down the line if they stay
around.
company.
If they stay around. It's just very interesting. What do you guys say?
No, I'm just reading chat.
Oh, I've been kind of reading it. Jeffrey being lonely over there.
Apparently, I have resting bitch face or resting boring face, because I'm like listening to you guys talk, and I'm kind of like, going back and forth. What are you doing?
Where are you going?
He's got to go pee.
He's got to pee that bad.
Yeah.
He's been nervous.
Where I'm like listening to you guys kind of go back and forth. I'm like, okay, like listening, and then Eric goes, Tito looks like the definition of zero fun in this convo.
Well, I figured that it was kind of going to be this way for a little bit, just because obviously we all know RC racing pretty well, and these three don't. So they're just going to have to like listen and kind of
pick it up, learning,
follow.
I'm all listening at this point.
And probably pretty blown away by half the numbers we're saying, and even the stuff going on. Most people think of RC racing and think it's fucking nothing, right?
Yeah.
Think it's a hobby. Little do they know there's people making more money than all of us in here in a year fucking playing with toy cars.
Which is insane.
Which is insane.
I won $35 at that one race.
$35?
Damn.
35 TLR smacks.
That smack track had to go to Missouri for it, but
35 smack track. Okay, so in 2024, what was the best event you went to and why?
Chili Bowl.
probably the INS.
Which is
the J
indoor.
Concepts Indoor National. That was the first one they had at trackside.
Which is in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And how many cars did they have there? Do you know how many entries there was? Well, they don't even do cars.
I don't know
they
the
do
total
people.
count. It was probably somewhere around 300.
Jesus.
Damn. 300 people?
So is that a
300
entries.
Does that event like take all weekend too to do, or is it a one-day event?
Yeah,
It's probably 4 days, 3 days.
I think practice started Wednesday or Thursday, and then the mains are Sunday.
Damn.
You say practice starts Wednesday, Thursday?
If you want to. If you want to
you don't have to, but
Yeah, but for the main guys that go there to win per se, or there for a job, they're there Wednesday, right?
Yeah, and let me put this a little bit into perspective. Off-road tracks, right? There's like 7 of them in the country.
Yep.
You know where you're gonna race.
Yeah.
You know what the track surface is.
8 now.
8 now. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Is there actually though? There's 8 rounds, but we race the same track twice.
Not
Bitch.
hey. Touche.
He's like, mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant 400, bitch.
Yeah.
Thank you, brothers.
Yeah, I came back.
Brendan short track.
So you know what you're gonna race on. There's probably 100 at least indoor 10-scale tracks in the U.S.
probably more, I'd say.
Yeah. So and a lot of these tracks, they're like in like a. I think they're almost in like a
Warehouse.
I don't know. I'm not saying like physically
bingo
what they
hall.
are. In like a. Why can't I think of like if you're trying to get a tag like a deer tag?
A Dougman tag.
No.
Deer
Fuck that guy.
stand.
No, and it's like a lottery draw. Okay. So I think
okay.
these tracks basically go into like a lottery draw on who's gonna hold the event that year. So it may be J Concepts, INS, and it may be at this track this year. And a lot of these guys have never been there, don't know what it is, nothing. That's why it starts so early.
Okay.
And the other thing that goes behind it is we have 15 fucking compounds and 37 different tread patterns that you never know which one's going to work, which now they're getting better on majority of the big races run on slicks on a glued surface that almost all run the same compound, which is getting better. It seems to have allowed some other tire companies to get involved. That hot racing all of a sudden is making a big kick. Is it TVO or TZO?
TZO, yep.
TZO seems to have some sort of slick tire that seems to be working. To you guys, an example, Trackside last Saturday had 198 entries, and that's a club race.
So is that entries? Are there different classes and styles then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 7 classes maybe.
Okay. Still though, that's fucking a lot.
I think they had 5 heats of just stock buggy.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
5 heats.
5 different heats
Yep,
at
5
11,
heats.
probably 11 cars of heat.
So
Jesus.
where would Tito, Lyle, and I stack up?
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
a slash class. Brad Shear said that there was 30 Traxa slashes there.
Brad, sure.
Sure.
So
man.
that's the class we would enter in?
Yeah, you guys could just smash everybody, lick each other while you're standing next to each other, and it's all acceptable.
I got a question for you. Actually, I got a question for you, Rich. All right. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Is that I told you he was shitting. So what were you wiping with?
Air dry.
Oh, he air dried his
What?
butt too, bro.
You air dried your butt? Oh.
My hands.
You know we're still live.
Yeah, we know. We know.
All right, I got a question for you, Rich. All right, circle back to this. So when we were in London, we entered this little like mall area, right? And we walked down. And we're like, all right, we're just gonna kind of check out this mall area. It's kind of small, right? And we look left, and there's an escalator that's going down, right? And we see some like
Oh no.
Holy.
alcohol
Now
beers.
he's air drying his legs.
Yeah.
Picture that going way better.
So, anyways, we're in this mall, right? And we look left, escalator going down, and there's some like World of Warcraft
Replay.
card games going on, right? And we know what's happening down there. And CJ he goes, "Hey, should we go check it out?" I was like, "No." I'm like, "I already know what it's going to smell like down there." So my question is, do these races, especially those ones that go from Wednesday to Sunday, do they have a distinct smell to them at all?
Like by Sunday?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, 'cause
BB blaster, weed.
Well, it's not the smelly. So
Yeah,
what
just-
do you
just-
think
what's
a
that
bunch of
stink
guys
you roll
in the basement playing cards, like World of Warcraft and like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, all this in a basement? What do you think it smells like down there?
Well, definitely not good.
Stale cum and BO. That's what it
Yeah.
smells like.
So an RC track doesn't quite smell like that, but it definitely fucking smells
Well-
because everybody out there is burning sauce on tires, which can be anything from basically meth to fucking WD-40.
No, I remember this guy. You guys said you could even piss on him if you wanted to, right?
You can do
Soak
anything
him
you
in
want.
piss?
I mean, if you want to,
I don't know.
I'm
Why?
not gonna.
He goes, I don't know. Hey, have you been pissing on your tires?
Johnny Holter used to wash his in fucking Diet Coke.
Still
Remember
does.
that?
You
Yeah,
did that?
Oh yeah,
Why?
because they didn't want to buy bottles of water. They weren't going to use them,
Oh my
so they just bought so many DCs that they just fill her up with DC. Does that surprise you at all? He went sauce with it, but he would put DC and soap in his fucking tire bucket.
But he wanted to buy cherry juice from me.
He wanted,
Spend the money for that.
Richie used to make his own sauce, tire sauce, and call it cherry juice. And it was pretty good. It was kind of the thing to have for
It was good.
for a little bit. And then we brought it to trackside, and it did not get along with trackside that well majority of the time. I think just because the track surface had so much of another sauce on it, it made it a little bit more difficult. And then it seemed like once it didn't work there, it wrecked everyone's buzz about it. Kind of.
I had good luck with it there when I ran it, but
Is this like a secret sauce?
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
what's this
What's in
cherry
the
sauce?
sauce?
Yeah,
What's in the
What's in the sauce?
It has
Is it
like
nothing too special.
motor
Come on.
spray. It had to have been like some sort of like transmission fluid.
Well, that's what everybody thought. It
Or-
wasn't that though.
But it wasn't. I
Well,
think
well, spill the beans.
it.
Or is it
There's a goddamn dog underneath here.
Yeah.
I was wondering what I was
Laying down in
I was
there.
wondering what I was feeling.
What was it?
Oh.
Give us a hint.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a mystery.
What's Rich's gravy?
It's a mystery.
Is it
not
like
a
the?
mystery.
Is it
That's
like
part
the?
of, that's
mystery
part of the
oil.
hint, though.
Is it like
Oh,
the
it's a
SpongeBob
mystery.
burger? What's
Is it-
That's part of the hint.
Was it
Try to
mystery oil?
Hey,
Krabby
Is it
Patty.
mystery
hey,
oil?
we're
A Krabby.
Oh.
we're an hour in. Should we do a
Formula.
should we do a giveaway instead of a commercial break? We could do a trivia and then
Oh, I'm gonna ask you about soaking Rich next when we get.
Never soak.
Oh.
we could do a trivia question and then do a giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah. We could do.
Where are we giving away?
2 or 1.
One. We'll do one for today.
1. black, white, red, and forest green Impulse hats.
Beanies?
Beanies?
So a set of 4.
And you only can pick one color, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have different color. We have different color.
We're all from Mole Lake. I'm sorry, man.
Being that it was probably impossible to understand what we're actually giving away. We're giving away an Impulse Media beanie.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
In the color of your choice out of the colors we have. So whoever the winner is, we'll hit you up afterwards, ask you what color you want, and go
I
from
don't
there.
think that's a color.
So the trivia question
Jesus
is
Christ
going
a
to be
color? I want it.
The two
what
people.
2 drivers in the last, would it be 5 years?
Shit, 4 years.
4 years? 5 years. Won a championship without winning a race. There's 2 of them.
Pro drivers.
Pro drivers.
Pro drivers.
There's 2 of them. So that's the trivia question.
Points race.
No, a
Points
championship.
Championship. Points championship.
Points
Yeah,
championship.
There you go.
Won a point. 2 drivers that won a points championship in the last 5 years. Pro.
Yep.
Pro drivers.
First one to answer?
First one to answer.
Yep. All right.
But you have to get them both right.
Yep.
Yep, both right. First one to answer.
So even if you have
wins.
multiple guests, if you have multiple guesses, put both names in the guess every time.
In class.
Even if you're
in class.
Even if you're repeating it. Well, you don't really have to put the class, but we'll
never
know.
know. You never
We'll know.
Because you
We'll
never
either-
know.
We'll either know or we won't. So
Because then we can just tell them, hey man, you're way off.
Yep. So that's the giveaway. If you wanna be involved with it and you want an Impulse Media beanie, put it in the chat. And at the end, if there's no winner, we'll go through the comments and we'll pick a random person.
Yep. So comment, subscribe, like.
And we'll give away Impulse Media beanie.
Yes.
That's our commercial break today.
Damn, bro, your dog being down here is so cool. I can give him scratches with my feet.
You like that?
Yeah.
A dog. He's such a dog under the table.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you?
Saucing. Does Richie soak?
That's what you're going to ask.
We're going to go back on to.
Once we get back, we're going to talk about soaking.
We're back.
We're back.
That was the commercial.
And we're back.
Wait, what? That was commercial?
Yep.
I thought we were running the.
Is that Joey Moss?
Is that Joey Moss?
Where?
Joseph Ross?
We already got it right.
No, he didn't.
No, he got it wrong.
He got it wrong.
Well, I think he just. Oh yeah, he did get it wrong.
Yeah,
He got it wrong. We're not going to tell him who is wrong, but
he got it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even.
He got it wrong,
Who's,
though.
who's Holzer?
Who's Holzer?
yeah, who yeah.
Who's Holzer?
Dummy.
Can I say the R word?
No.
Fucking reject. What'd you think I was going to say?
Regrets.
All right. Let's keep going. So on to soaking tires.
Oh, so we're not doing the
commercial break.
The 10-minute break thing?
Were you counting on that? Let me know now.
No,
'cause
I thought we were.
Yeah.
We're a minute 2 in.
I mean, we were flowing, so we were just gonna keep going.
we're-
Oh, okay. Saucing.
there was a
Or
break.
soaking.
I would've saved it.
Soaking. Okay. So, in my world of degenerate nature,
All
right?
right, JD, you got it.
JD got it.
JD got it.
Damn.
There we go.
No, it's
Way to
tough.
go.
Dang, it was that easy.
Hey, we
There
thought.
we go, JD.
There you go, JD.
Yes.
You know, we thought that was a hard question too.
Yeah.
We did take us a while because Johnny Holzer's championship was the first year he ran Pro Light, and he didn't win a race.
2020.
2020, and then obviously everyone is more familiar with the Jarrett Brooks one. So,
JD hit Lyle or Tito up to get your information.
Yep.
yeah.
Message me.
Do we
Yes,
do we
Mr.
want to
Tito.
drop? Do we want to drop what we got going at the same time while we're going here? Yeah.
No, he's gonna need time to prep for it.
Yeah.
Let me ask this soaking
Okay,
question,
okay.
then we'll go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
then we'll
yeah,
go
yeah.
to intermission.
All right.
All right. In my world,
We're not going to do
We're not
intermission.
doing intermission.
Oh well, fuck, man. Can somebody give me the Diet Coke out of the fridge, then, please?
Are you kidding me right now?
That's why I only got this.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you just did when you came to right now.
You got P2, don't you?
No, I
Big
do.
guys
I
See how he gets? He gets like a little princess. Fuck.
Fuck. All right.
Try hard. All right, ask your freaking question.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Soaking.
So soaking, in my world,
These nuts.
degenerate
Oh.
shit, right? Soaking to me means on the BYU campus, a man and a woman get together, right? They become a puzzle piece.
This has to do with toy car tires?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, in my world,
This is what soaking means.
This is what soaking means, right? A man and a woman get together, and get together like a puzzle piece, right? And they just lay there and they soak. So that's what soaking means to me when you're talking about soaking. So I'm
I've
thinking
never heard that in my life.
So I'm thinking,
Never have I heard that ever.
when you guys are talking to, you don't know what soaking. You know what soaking is, right?
I've heard of soaking.
Okay,
I've never heard of
Jeffrey knows
soaking.
what soaking
And I'm
is.
just sitting there thinking, like, what the puzzle piece don't fit.
So you're talking about these like you're talking about all these races of people soaking. I'm like, man, you got
I
a
didn't
bunch.
even think of the
Yeah, you got all these Mormons outside just soaking one another. So I'm like, man, this is a pretty wild event that I might want to go check it out and just see what's happening. That's why I asked about the smell of like what it was like in there. You know what I mean? So
My question is, would you help in the soaking process?
yes, I would. So what is it called? It's called like bouncing, right? Or they call it shaking. So then right? Let's say they're here, right? And then you just go, and you shake it. So technically,
make the motion over the ocean.
yeah.
for
So
'em.
technically, they're not doing
weird.
it, but your buddy is like,
weird.
It's getting a little sideways.
you know what I mean? So to us degenerates, that's what soaking means. But in the RC world, what does soaking mean, Rich?
Soaking or saucing? Because I've never heard anybody call it soaking.
Damn.
Well, in the
I
dirt
thought it was called-
in the dirt track world, we could ask Drew what would you think soaking means in the dirt track world?
Illegal.
So the same would be my
It sounds the same.
Damn, I thought that's what you do with your tires, right? I thought you soak your tires.
Well, in dirt track, people soak them,
Okay.
and that's illegal.
Okay.
In RC, we sauce them.
We sauce them.
Oh.
We're saucing over here.
Oh,
We're
damn.
not soaking, because if you soak them, they stretch and they turn into balloons, or it fucks up the foam and they just junk.
Damn. All right. Well, hey,
Yeah.
my bad.
Dude, so you did that whole rant for
I did that
nothing.
whole rant for nothing. I thought that's what soaking meant.
I mean, the entertainment purpose was pretty good of it.
Well, now you know, Rich.
Now you know where I'm at.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant
hey.
either, so
That's my bad, dog.
Learn something new every day.
learned something new.
How does the shitness like come in your brain?
You know, it's just I watch.
Special.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Because I watch.
It's special.
I watch a lot of content. So
Yes.
there's some things up
Simple
there to
Green
pick on.
also works. People have gotten DQ'd at the dirt track for soaking with Simple Green.
Why?
Because it's a degreaser, and it soaks into the tire and somehow
This
makes
is-
it...
This is dirt track, right? Not RC anymore?
Yep,
okay.
dirt track. What are you
Anything
fucking
with a
blobbing
chemical
about?
makeup that alters or sniffs
What's
or
he giggling
reads.
about?
Hey, Lyle, can you do me a favor?
Jeffrey's not good at them.
No, he's not. He's being a cunt.
Oh, that's a... Hey, you're throwing a fit because you're thirsty.
Yes. Yes. I thought we were going to have the intermission, so I strategically left it in the fridge so that when we got up, I could get a nice cold DC.
Did Johnny Holter leave it here?
No, I got it. So I got this to like get me through, right?
Yeah.
And then I got one so then we can do that.
Do you want this working dirt koozie to put over your DC?
I do not.
It's a bottle. Oh,
yeah,
I hope
don't
it's all
open
shaken
that.
up now. Yep, there you go.
All right, you got any Mentos?
Any Mentos? So yeah, Simple Green, anything along those lines that are like a degreaser that soaks into the tire can get tracked. If they were to cut it off and send it in, it will fail almost every time. So, all right, so we asked what your favorite race was of the year, and you said INS at trackside. Why? What makes it better?
Just competition that was there. I mean,
What's belt dressing?
Oh, that makes it sticky.
I think it's kind of interesting to do the invite or whatever, and like the sportsman. And
They
stock.
had an invite there?
Well,
Or pro? They have expert stock?
they have expert stock and then a sportsman stock.
Okay.
So
our talk here, let's ask you guys this. In our group chat the other day, they have message retracted. Come on, Tyler.
Come on, Worcester Barth. Don't let Champ get to you by deleting your fucking post, bro.
Jeez, we're not champ.
Damn, bum.
It was belt dressing at a
Yeah, he
At
got
a youth
kicked out of
center.
O'Connell. He got kicked
Typical.
out of a youth center for using
Typical.
belt dressing.
Yeah.
Just folded and deleted it.
Yeah,
Unreal.
damn.
It all depends on where you place the words.
So, Tito, I feel like you'll have a good rant to go on about this. So they have this at these big races now. They have mod 2-wheel drive and mod 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
Okay. And then they have expert stock and then they have open two-wheel drive and open four-wheel drive. So mod two-wheel and mod four-wheel are both considered pro classes. Then they have an expert two-wheel drive that's stock, which is like a stock motor, 17.5. And then they also have a stock four-wheel drive. So there's mod four-wheel drive, stock four-wheel drive, stock two-wheel drive, mod two-wheel drive, right?
Yep.
And both are supposed to be like semi-pro. Two-wheel drive, or the mod is definitely pro. That's what every pro races. That's the only class they're going to run. But then they made this expert stock class now that still has like pros that race it. And now they made, which has a two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And now they made an open two-wheel drive and open four-wheel drive. So the way I guess I looked at it is a pro who runs two-wheel drive mod can't run expert stock. But an expert stock driver can run two-wheel drive open now. So open and two-wheel drive open and two-wheel drive mod are the exact same class. The name is just different.
I had a brain aneurysm.
Okay, the best way to explain
What's the purpose of that then?
I don't know. Maybe to give the stock guys a chance to practice mod or race mod to like maybe move up. Or the way I look at it is basically you have pro stock, right? And you have pro am. That's what I look at two-wheel drive mod and two-wheel drive open. Two-wheel drive mod is your pro guys.
Yeah.
And two-wheel drive open is your guys that want to run the same car in the same rules but not have to race against pros.
Yeah. Okay. So you got obviously amateur, and then you've got pro.
Yeah, and then you
but
have
just different names.
Basically,
Yeah.
well, and one's not amateur, one's just two-wheel drive open. So it can be anything other than a pro in it.
Oh, well,
Who-
can you just
who
name it?
owns-
Can you just name it pro four-wheel drive and pro side-by-side or two-wheel drive?
They realistically should. I mean,
So then that's the pro class.
right? That's
Well, who owns the
ultimately what it
series? Is it ISOC?
Because who owns the series?
No, we'd have to have more. All those classes are not one damn youth side-by-side RC class. Unbelievable. Isn't that the truth? There is
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of them, and there is no youth. And they even have a vet 40-plus now.
Yep.
Somebody said his chat making these classes.
I saw that. They even have a vet 40-plus now. So our talk in our group chat back and forth was going that this open mod or open two-wheel drive and open four-wheel drive is a stupid fucking class, and why do we have it?
Because it's just made for people like me.
Well, it's made for people that don't want to race two-wheel drive mod but want to race the same rules.
Yeah.
That would be like
But they wanna
that would be
win.
like pro side-by-side, pro am side-by-side instead of pro am mod side-by-side.
Pro-Am mod side-by-side turbo.
That'd be like the same thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And then pro-am stock side-by-side.
Yep.
which is what we have already.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I defended it. I said it makes sense because there's people who do it for a hobby and people who do it for a living.
Yep.
Do I want to race against a guy who makes fucking $300,000 a year doing this?
Yes,
No,
you
because
do.
he's gonna fucking try really hard to make sure he makes money doing it.
Yes, you do.
And I'm coming here. Hey, I'm telling you why I think Pro Am is as good as it is.
So what classes do you guys race? Were
Me?
you guys all at?
Yeah, what are you
this?
guys soaking at?
Are you?
Stock buggy.
Soaking at. Okay, so stock buggy.
You're both in stock?
All three of us
Yes.
basically
All three
run
is stock?
stock.
I still run mod too, but
Sometimes.
not at the big races.
Unless we do ACL,
So,
then there's just
stock
one
Okay.
buggy
class.
is, I don't even know like how to fit it in. It's like the pros can't race it, but you can be a pro caliper driver, like a mid-pack pro caliper driver, and race it.
Okay.
If you run the pro class, you obviously can't race it. But it's people like basically there's a national title for it.
Jesus.
So there's guys that come out of stock and have national titles, full sponsorships, full rides to run stock, and then usually after they get done with a stock title, they move up to mod. So it's kind of like the stepping. So in a sense, it's almost pro spec to pro light.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a pro spec guy. There's guys out there that you look at pro spec guys that are like, he should be in pro light. He's competitive enough, right?
Yeah.
And they like racing that class better. That's the same with stock 17.5 2.0 buggy. A lot of people just like racing that class better. They're not as fast. They don't go through his tires as fast. They don't go through dog bones. They don't go through parts nearly as fast. And a lot of the top tier drivers still drive them. So it gives you, I don't know, just like another class to run.
So it's like Josh Greco going down to 250 and racing that.
It's in a sense, is 250. Is
Gotcha.
250 and 450 is a better way to put it.
Okay. So you got like a C-class 450 guy going down to 250.
No, not quite. But it's your factory two-wheel, or that would be like taking Deegan right now, right, and throwing him right in 450. He's probably not going to win.
I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty well confident.
Bet you $100.
I'm pretty confident that he won. Is he fast? Yeah, he's fast,
Yeah.
but he's probably not going to win.
You already owe me
right?
$100, so.
What?
You owe me $100.
I thought it was interesting so I went to that one big A-scale race this summer at Cheese City, and they had a seating qualifier thing. Now, they were expecting a lot more pro drivers to show up, but they only had like 5 or 6 of them. And they were just going to put all the e-buggies together and just run open e-buggy. So they put all of us together and did a seating round, and I was like 5th. And I had qualified ahead of like one of the guys that would have been a pro driver or whatever. So then they changed their minds and still threw like some of the guys that had chassis sponsors into the pro class. And even though I was seated ahead of some of those guys, they put them in the pro class. But because I don't have a chassis sponsor or anything, they put me just in open.
That is interesting.
Or
you would think after
whatever reason
seating,
put me in open.
they would say, all right,
So I seated ahead of like 2 or 3 guys.
They're sponsored.
And they still got put into the invite class.
And you didn't. That's interesting.
I ended up winning open e-buggy then, so I was happy. But
Yeah. That's interesting because it's basically like you would think that they would do seating and go, all right, top 15, go pro, the rest of you are an open.
Right.
Would you have wanted to be in that class? Is that something you want to be, like, competing against them that
yes
day?
and no, it'd be fun to do for a race, but I wouldn't have done nearly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that if you race against guys that are faster than you,
you're going to get better.
You're going to get better.
You are. I agree.
Unless they're just
No.
WWEing it around the track. Just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah. Let people stay in the race because.
Yeah. Or they're an all-time great just leading.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are harsh tonight.
Hey, I said all-time great.
Yeah.
I actually really respected that coming out of your mouth in particular. Coming out of your mouth. Do you think, Drew, what do you think out of all year? I mean, I don't know how much you follow RC racing anymore, which I think you still do for the most part.
For a little bit, yeah.
The best race of the year was?
For me, or
no, just the industry. And what do you think the industry's doing? Do you think the industry's growing, falling off? Like, what do you think is the pros and cons of the industry lately?
I think the whole TLR race team being done is good for the whole hobby competitiveness, because it seemed like for a while there it was getting kind of stale, where it was like
it's very stale.
Okay, you just have the TLR and the B6, B7 associated, and it's like
that was it.
Years ago we had like 10 different manufactured, it seemed like, and everybody was running different cars, and it got so just like stale for a while.
Yeah, it was almost like when we went DOT, it brought in a lot of different companies in a sense. Like, right, we had projects, and it was really down to Maxxis had a project left, and I don't even know who else was running. Cooper must have had one, because I think Keegan was on a project there.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was really all that was going on in the tire world, right? It was down to almost nothing in the projects. And then we opened it up to DOT, and next thing you know, there was all these companies that we've never even heard of racing and being fairly competitive. That's almost what it seemed like the industry has done now in the last little bit is by getting rid of, I think if no one had paid drivers would jump around company to company better, right? Because they wouldn't have a reason to stay there, right? If they wanted to go try a different company or something different and they were getting 100% anywhere they went, maybe they would drive something else and it would help get more companies involved. Because would you think, Tito, if you were a company coming in and you knew X driver was on salary for $150,000, say, and you thought that you couldn't get a pro driver because you couldn't afford it, do you think you would still push to be in the industry?
I don't know. I guess.
I don't know if I worded that right, but
so
I guess I'm thinking like the paid drivers is scaring off other manufacturers from becoming better because they don't have the money or the means to pay a good driver to get one.
I guess then.
Do you need that good driver to make it?
I think so. I guess you would need somebody to sell your product to people, whether it's out there racing, whether it's out there just, I mean, hypothetically, let's say, Jeffrey's just a wild Yahoo, right? Like, hey, Jeffrey, notice that you're racing our stuff. We'd love to back you in some capacity. We don't care if you win or you lose, but show up to this stuff and just showcase your personality. And it's just, I guess, brainstorming on how you'd be able to sell your product. You know what I mean? It's like you said is, this guy's getting paid, this guy's getting paid, this guy's getting paid, but they're not racing our stuff, but there's a guy that is, or we want to break into the industry. It goes back to brainstorming at that point, I think. You know what I mean? It's for me and Jeffrey, we talked about this earlier today about being ambitious. You know what I mean? It's like we'd love to go, we want to go try. So I think it depends on who it is and believing in their stuff. If you believe in your product, you believe in your car, that you can go compete, then go do it and be ambitious.
Yeah.
So, but I do agree.
But how do you steal? How do you get that person into your stuff? How do you get your brand out there?
I think, you're asking the wrong guys because we're trying to do that with ZFC and Impulse Media, where we are trying to put our brand out there. But I think it is just about appealing to the people, appealing to your customer, appealing to
pushing your product
in some capacity.
It's finding that thing to put you on notice.
Yes.
So what I'll say is by TLR getting rid of that team, all their drivers have picked up, I'm going to call it exotic sponsors, right? As far as, so TLR, Horizon Hobbies, owned everybody. Was the, like, they owned the driver, the chassis, the electronics, the tires, and the controller.
Yep.
They owned a company that did all that. So if you were under their brand, it went underneath them, right? You drove all of it. By these people jumping off TLR, now alone, I've seen 3 new electronics companies that I've never fucking heard of that pros are running. But it opened up those positions, and maybe they had to fork out the money to do it, but it put them on the map. I guarantee you those 3 electronics companies have had more people search their product name in the last 2 weeks than they have in their whole time.
Fly Sky.
Fly Sky.
When Mayfield took on Fly Sky,
everyone's got a Fly Sky. I got a Fly Sky.
I mean, I knew about him. I knew about him before Mayfield, but for the people that didn't, I mean, but that's the thing that put him on notice.
Yeah. What this sounds like to me is like what I'm trying to relate it to, at least for us 3, Yahoos is like what's the meta gun? You know what I mean for Call of Duty. Right? It's like, imagine us just having to use the XM4 all the time, right? We're signed to it. Well, now XM4 doesn't want to sponsor us, so now we're jumping around from gun to gun to find out what's the best.
Yep.
And that's what these guys are doing then, is going around like, oh, this one works, this one works, this one works. And then once you find out which one works, that's the one that you want to stick with, and you do good with it.
So Casey said one thing. He asked Richie, who's your biggest rival at Dirt Heaven right now? Which Richie's been on a hiatus for a couple weeks, but
I raced Saturday. Probably a little Luke. Luke's probably
Luke's pretty good. He races a lot, and he's getting good.
Luke who? What's his last name?
Pravlicek.
They own a powder coating company in Luxembourg.
Fuck that guy.
Yep.
All right, you want us to take care of him?
You want to take care of him, brother?
Want us to soak his tires?
I'll fucking soak that guy.
This could be a good talk.
Right in the parking lot, bro.
This could be a good talk. Casey's saying, like, Raw Speed is a pretty big company in RC, but they have never taken off. They've never had, like, that pop. They did for a short amount of time. People got into the Raw Speed thing, But he says, not a bad tire, not a bad company, but they can't get any good drivers, and they don't pay them enough, so it just never feels like they make a breakthrough. I feel like...
Cavalier ran them for a little while.
Yeah, I feel like maybe...
They never really won any big races with them.
Maybe you need to take the step to get into the market and spend the money to get the drivers, and then once you're established,
Then you can
pull out. Maybe that's what TLR thought about it. Is like TLR's brand is big enough. The drivers aren't really promoting their brand anymore. Everybody knows, if you're into RC cars at all, you know what Horizon Hobbies and TLR is.
Yep, no one on TLR is promoting their business.
So
nobody
what are they gaining?
on TLR.
you got to prevent the fumble.
What?
Casey's on TLR.
Yeah, so is Richie.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck, you guys?
Yeah, what the fuck,
Richie's
bro?
not.
Man,
Richie's not on
damn,
the
bro.
team. Richie's not on the team.
I just run the car.
Privateer.
You know,
He
this
just
is,
runs the cars.
This is why.
Well, I
this
was,
is why
I
they went
was
to
with
the.
Trinity, which, I mean, I guess they own.
Yeah,
This is why they went to the
they don't pull out
privateer.
Wisconsin.
Privateer ways, because you guys don't promote.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Gotta get your social media game
But
going.
it's also like, I guess the way you guys are talking about promoting, it's like what FXR did once they got into the motocross scene.
Yeah.
You know, they sponsored all these privateers and everything.
But
and
they
you
got
only-
a shitload of privateers.
And you only seen the gear on privateers. And then
And no one really bought it.
no one bought it. But then these past couple of years, you know, they sponsored the Club MX team.
Now they got
And now this year, they're on Team Triumph on
And they
FXR.
have some independent riders that are pros that are on FXR, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
are not privateers, but people that have the option to have a gear
Yeah.
sponsorship. on
maybe
either
maybe
teams.
that's what they do in a sense, is they start sponsoring these privateer drivers, these raw tire people.
Raw speed.
Raw speed.
They do already. They
Well,
do.
But then they also had the people that are on there, like in their contract, saying like, "Hey man, every time you race, you got to post."
So I
like
guess
a contract clause or something.
in a big world picture, if nobody paid anybody, if there was no such thing as paid drivers, would there be more companies in the business? I bet there would.
I think
I
there'd
bet there would
be.
be, too.
I bet there would because
I think-
because you wouldn't have a reason to stay somewhere.
Yes.
I think there'd be a lot of companies starting and failing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do get that side of it, but for instance, like J Concepts, the shirt he's wearing is like has the market literally
off short,
flooded, literally flooded. Everybody is J Concept. They sponsor any pro that's like good. They sponsor. Are their products good? Yeah, their products are good, but they make sure they basically have every top-notch driver, so that and they pay them so that they don't leave. So I think that's eliminating another tire company from being able to come in because they can't pay them, and because this company's paying them, they're making sure that they ain't leaving.
So you're kind of essentially cornering the market.
You're cornering the market
at that point. So I mean,
You're
I guess
trapping drivers trying to make a living, or drivers that are trying to make a living because they're only going to go where they get paid. The only people that can pay them are companies that are at the top already.
I guess me asking you that, or even you guys, then is, let's say you are the CEO or the owner of that company, right? Is that the right strategy to do in order to grow your company and to essentially be the best? Is to essentially take over? I guess what other business model would you do? Because I mean, the sounds of it sounds like that's kind of the thing to do. I get it's not, not
Right,
not the
100%
coolest.
is.
But
100%
is that the kind of the business model to go for as far as like cornering the market for that kind of stuff?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Right? You're going to own it. So I think
You have to
I
get
think
your
that's
name out
what
there.
TLR
If people
is
don't know
trying to
who
do.
you are,
Yeah.
I think TLR is trying to set a presence of we don't need to pay these drivers, and we're hurting the industry by locking them down because they're not going anywhere. We don't have any new. The Richie said it best. The industry was stale. It was 100% stale. There wasn't nothing new really going on. No drivers jumping around. No new tire companies. No new electronic companies. You didn't really hear of anybody new getting into the industry, and it was just kind of stale. And it took one team to quit paying all their top 10 drivers that were all getting paid of some sort, and they spread them all out into these other teams. And just like that, you saw three new chassis, not new chassis companies, but 3 chassis companies pick up drivers that you would have never expected, and 3 new electronic companies, and 3 new tire companies, more or less, and body companies. Hot Racing, that TZO or TVO, and then I think there's another one I
they've
saw.
been around a little while, but
They've never even been there.
Right.
So it took one team to stop paying them for these drivers to go, all right, I'm going to go try something else.
Yeah.
Because I would guess about all these drivers had the opportunity to stay and race for free, but not make money. And instead, they went shopping. They're like, if I don't have to stay, why would I stay?
You think that's going to hurt them in the long run? That team? I know they're like established, but they're going to lose something, right? Because they're not paying. Because someone like me,
they're going to lose wins. That's what they're going to lose.
Someone like me is say they had that top guy. He goes somewhere else. I'm going to like, oh, what's he doing? Like, I have no idea anything. I was like, that is a winning vehicle.
I think
I'm going to go there.
sales are going to go down on the race cars because they don't have a winning driver anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at this last race, how many TLRs are on the podium?
Was there even any TLRs there?
I mean, it was X-Ray. I saw Schumacher and I saw
Hunter King,
Associate.
I think, was on the podium, wasn't he? He runs TLR.
Okay,
In
that's
what
just one
stock?
out of how many?
Stock. So they used to have 3 or 4 top guys that were always on the podium, if not 2 of them in each class, for the most part. Casey said, I personally like what TLR has done. A door could open. I don't think it's forever, but look at X-Ray flooded. Yeah. So a lot of these teams, Schumacher kind of flooded too, but X-Ray, or what TLR did is they kept their 50% and their 75% team.
Mm-hmm.
So those are people that have to buy direct, and they have a contract with that company to only run their product. But you have to buy it at 50% off or buy it at 75% off. So they still have guaranteed sales, and they're still going to have guaranteed cars out there. But I truly think the only thing keeping TLR relevant at this time was Dakota Fenn. And I think now that Fenn left, I think you're going to see anybody that doesn't have a deal, I think is going to leave TLR.
I haven't.
You haven't. but you're a hard man to change.
Mm-hmm.
True.
It's hard to get this guy to change a ball stud washer sometimes. He's gotten a lot better over the years.
I did Saturday.
Dang. So let me give you guys a little
How
background.
many times did you put it back on before you initially took it back off?
0.
Dude, he used to be bad.
You
He
were
used to
really
ask
bad.
7 times to make like one change of one fucking washer.
I used to be indecisive. No, I'm not sure.
Right.
That's the same thing.
That's a good one.
So, to give you guys a background, Richie used to not talk to anybody. He used to sit in the same spot.
I still don't.
Was always pretty good. Oh, bullshit. And he would never, he was just like a ghost. He was there, but he wasn't actually there. And all of a sudden, one day, I'm like, nah, this guy needs to talk. Every time I walk in, I'm going to fucking yell his name, or I'm going to go up and I'm going to talk to him. I'm just going to bother him
That
until
was
he
in the
talks back to
RB5
me.
days.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to bother him until he talks to me. So that's what I started doing for 3 years straight.
Damn, bro, 3 years?
I don't know about 3
Holy
years.
shit.
See how committed he was, though?
Bro, man, that's probably the most committed you've been.
Yeah,
in.
no shit.
True that.
You want what you can't have.
For real, bro.
You can't.
Yeah, you got a chase kink, don't you? Or pursue things.
He talked right away, but it was like a challenge, right? And then he still wouldn't really come talk to you. It started off like, oh, Richie, I'd walk in, Richie, because nobody would ever
I don't
talk
think
to
he
him or
still
anything. So
doesn't come talk to us.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, I wasn't lying.
Now he goes around and mingles with his friends. When we all walk in, at some point we're all standing there over somebody's car bullshitting or whatever. Before, he'd sit right at that fucking chair, look at his car, figure out if he's gonna never change this washer ever in his life, or if one time in the next 3 years he might change one washer on this thing. That's what it used to be. So I would walk in there and I'd yell his name fuck this guy, Richie! And then I'd go over there and talk to him until finally we got him to come out of his shell a little bit.
Damn, and I was just about to ask you a question, too. If you ever, at these races, would you ever, shit talk anybody?
Not really.
Well, so obviously probably not. But here's another question. Would you ever shit talk somebody in your head? Like, oh, you fucking fat ass motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
bitches
everybody
at Casey
does that.
every time Casey wings them.
Damn.
And cue the comment.
What's the worst thing you've said to Casey in your head? You can trust us.
Yeah, probably something like that.
This guy.
I'm going to rip a button out of his bedazzled jeans.
Rip a button out out of his bedazzled
I
jeans.
believe it, man. What is for?
Love you, Casey.
What's it got?
Yeah,
Ed,
I love
Ed
you.
Hardy
Always
jeans,
good
right?
heart.
Is that what those are? The buckle jeans?
buckle
Ed,
jeans.
Ed Hardy
Yeah.
jeans? Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
Hey, I got some on.
So Casey said TLR's coming out with a new car, and I agree. TLR's new car is gonna turn heads for sure, but it's only gonna make a pop if they have a good driver who goes and does good with it. If they come out with a new car and they don't have any drivers to go to a big race and win with it, it ain't gonna make a fucking lick of shit of difference.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, oh, it came up with the new
I
chassis.
think the
and
new
shit.
car is just going to be a copy of somebody else's.
But you think that's what they're doing though?
What's that?
So when they come out with this new car, they probably have a couple drivers already in contract that are gonna be.
No, they got rid of their.
But that's what I
Pro
mean.
team.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Well,
they're
they
gonna,
still have a couple 100% guys.
Yeah, they still have a couple
Oh,
100%
okay,
guys, but
so-
not like.
They're
to
not
me,
pros.
you need somebody that's going to take a new car and go out and win. And maybe in a different way to put it is look at Polaris before they had a couple of us that were competitive with it, right? Between
Yeah.
Andrew and I last year
Yeah.
and the year before, we basically kind of put like a stamp that a Polaris can be competitive, right?
That guy fell off the map quick.
Who?
Andrew.
Why?
Man,
Last
you're
year.
doing this right now. Doing
Well, he just, yeah.
Oh my bad. I'm just,
somebody's going to see this and they're going to show them.
yeah, sorry. I mean, he was just doing so good.
He was. And then Bark River came and then it all went downhill. But anyways, so maybe that's what it'll take is that's what it takes is it took players going, we need to buy our way into a top tier team. And now just like that, it took a couple years, right? It's going to be 3 years or 4 years. 50% of the pro stock class is going to be players this year. Guarantee it.
50?
50.
Well, you already think about like who is already racing players. You know what I mean? It's like you, Andrew, RJ. I mean, Jeb Boodle is
Ronnie, obviously.
It's making that transition over to Polaris, and I don't
They
know.
put them on the map,
I'll
right?
be honest. I think it's going to be quicker than that. I think after this year, I think it's going to be 50% next year.
No, I think it's going to be 50% this year.
This year, you
of pro
think?
stock. There was
No
only
shot.
fucking 12 of us half the year anyways.
$100.
And you already got me, Jeb, Jake. You got
Oh yeah, Kosmecki. That's right. Fucking guy. God damn it.
He's your Matty Wood.
He's my Matty Wood.
yeah, you got the two
Oh.
bikeman cars.
Oh, you got your homeboy,
What's that?
Colin Truitt.
Yep. Okay, so
Colin
that's
Truitt?
6. That's 6 alone that we know of, right?
Yeah.
That we either personally built majority of them, or and then you go to Pro-Am, and there's gonna be
Benjamin hiding.
Benny Hanna.
Yep. Heard he's staying in Pro-Am class one more year.
Yep.
That might make that.
Jared
big
Jaden
debut. Oh,
is gonna make the
Man,
switch. Is
what a-
making the switch.
You want to talk about a fucking clown?
What makes the player so much better? I don't think there was anything that made it so much better.
the driver.
It was simply the backing of putting results on the board, right? The Polaris brand, we came out the first year and won races with it, so it isn't like there was anything wrong with the car. We were driving an old car. There wasn't anything new about it. The XP1000 that we ran last year is the first new chassis that we came out with that Polaris has. But it took putting the puzzle together and putting it with a team that runs up front and wins up front to get people's eyes that way.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So now looking back at the RC way, say TLR comes out with this new fancy car and they don't have any drivers to run up front with it, do you think people are going to look at it and go, well, they can't even get on the podium. Like, why would I spend my money?
Yep.
Very true.
That would be
Very
that would be
true.
me.
It'll be interesting to see the price point on the new car, if it's higher or lower than the companies that are paying drivers.
Or if it'll have a quick change
Yeah.
diff.
How
Yeah.
much is
I don't get why that's such a big deal.
No, I don't ever change my diff. The diffs have gotten so good these days. Other than going back and forth between like a gear diff and a ball diff, it's pretty irrelevant. But
if I want to be at the level of you guys, how much is that going to cost me to get there? Like how much for the whole setup?
to build a car,
Whole setup.
honestly, if you wanted to do it all brand new, it's going to be pretty expensive. But like anything, the electronics these days, you can fucking Richie runs motors that are 7 years old and still claps everybody.
The motor in my stadium truck
sign them.
Yeah.
is the first brushless motor I ever got.
Is what?
The first brushless motor I ever bought.
Do you still have it?
I run it in my stadium truck.
Oh, there you go. How old is your stadium truck? When did
Why
it
are
come
you
out?
yelling at us like we should know this?
Yeah, what do you think?
2009.
Damn.
Is it stadium truck?
2009?
What?
Is it when your stadium truck came out?
8, 9, somewhere.
And he's still winning with
You're
it. At a
still
local
throwing
level,
it down.
Yeah.
at a local level, he's still winning with it. So that just goes to show you, like, everyone that wants to get into the sport, the best thing you can do is go on Facebook, go into, like, look up RC buy, sell, trade. You can find shit blown out. Like, what really hurts the industry in my, yeah, I know. And you might even see pictures of Tito on there.
All spread.
Or just rotisserie chickens on there. But, you know, I think something that hurts the industry is all these RC companies, they come out with a new chassis every year. So then everyone thinks that they need to have it, right? So then the last year's one, everyone blows them out for fucking pennies on the dollar because he blows them out for free. Pennies on the dollar to get the new one.
Yeah.
Right? And 95% of us ain't even going to know the difference. We'll probably go the same speed with all of them.
So I guess the question I'm asking is
You are asking. It's coming out of your mouth.
TLR.
TDM.
Team Losi Racing.
EDM.
Team Deathmatch.
TDM.
TLR.
Yep.
So obviously they're pulling this money from the drivers. And maybe I'm just thinking out loud here. Are they pulling all this money, and do you think they're putting that money towards like research and development to a new car? And then
Well,
once
they already have a new car coming, but that's already
Well,
done.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe that's where that
Like for
money
the
went
future?
Yeah, is that maybe where that money goes towards then?
It does
And
make it
to,
nice
like-
for the average Joe doing that contingency deal. Like that Cheese City race, Richter won a couple $100, and for me, winning was $400.
That's
And
pretty
then
good.
the race paid out like $250 or something besides. So,
So they're the only manufacturer that openly pays people to run their car right now
I think
on
that
a
was-
contingency based program.
That was smart on their end.
But it's not cash money, it's TLR money, right?
well, you can get it as a check.
You can?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
it was smart on their end. Because then all of a sudden it's like, how many times do you see, Richie would do his race reports, but that would be him and his friends. But then all of a sudden, like, Losey's like, oh, here you go. You got Richie, boom.
Yeah.
Now you got pretty much worldwide.
So they put if you run their car and you get in the Losi bucks, you win a race or whatever, they put you on their something. So the
Just
way it
on
goes.
the payout page.
There's a payout page.
Yeah, on Facebook or whatever.
So I think that is a good idea that they have contingency.
And it's probably cheaper than paying Dakota.
It gives people a reason to try to run their product, right? But unless you promote this contingency like a lot, so people know about it, it'd be really hard.
Which they were when Thomas Tran was running it, but now it seems like
They've went MIA.
they kind of don't give a shit.
They've gotten rid of everyone. Their team managers, all their like marketing, racing people, everyone. Get them out.
Get them out.
Root still there?
Frank Root's still there, yeah.
Yeah, but
Thomas Tran, I think, was pretty big for TLR, like promoting brand-wise.
So,
like
so they just cleaned house, huh?
yeah, they cleaned house. I bought a Losi, was pumped, brought it to Appleton, wadded it into the wall, cost me $180 to fix it according to the front desk. Never drove it again. Ain't no damn racing cheap.
Amen.
Or just don't suck.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, what?
So you see, he's got a free one sitting there. It sounds like.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
much?
How much?
How much you want?
He's not using it.
Jeffrey just got back into it.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
getting back into
He's
it.
back to soaking.
Yeah. If
Back into soaking. Can't get the job done. So
Hey,
he
so
just,
the only reason why I came back in is because I know a team associated sponsee, if you will.
yeah. So let's
Good guy.
Let's
Yeah, really good guy.
The best.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Real good guy.
Future champ.
Yep.
Future champ.
Yep. Super future.
Super future.
Future.
Way out there.
Way out there.
Let's
Go to
let's
break.
go into dirt track racing. A little bit of dirt track action. Both of these guys follow dirt track racing.
All right. Flow Sports.
What you think?
Flow Sports. Yep, we still have Flow Sports. We
Or
watched
no,
the late
Flow
model
TV, Flow Racing.
Flow Racing. We watched a late model race last 2 nights ago. Monday night? Was it Monday night? No, Sunday night. Sunday night, I think we watched a late model race, which is pretty good. We had an argument before on arguably who's the best dirt late model driver right now, and I said it's either Bobby Pierce or RTJ.
Peter Parker.
And Drew didn't think that Bobby
Pete
Pierce
Parker.
was the answer to have. So
He's good, but
who's better? Who's consistently better than him? Tell me.
Are we going career or season?
I mean,
See, right now, current.
Right now?
Current.
Benji Lacrosse.
on yeah.
Benji.
Yeah,
Great,
That
great
is-
answer.
that's my
great
answer.
answer.
Benji.
Great
That's
answer.
my answer.
Great
Elite.
answer.
Yeah, the
Elite.
best.
I don't know. On paper, Pierce is better, but
With
it's hard
and
because
heart.
Pierce didn't race against RTJ all season. So
Yeah, no. What do you think? What do they got going in the world of dirt track right now? That's like pumping for this year. Is there anything big? They had like a
IMCA just put their stamp of approval of an aftermarket chassis for stock cars now. So basically, it's still the metric frame, but it's brand new, made by Speedway, I think it is. Now,
you can buy this chassis,
yep, and build, so you don't have to go and track down a,
front stub and everything.
yep.
That'll be interesting.
But from what I understanding, well, I'll find out in February when we get the car, but apparently it has more clearance, the frame doesn't hit as much, and
So everyone's
And it's
starting with the
stiffer.
stock, or with this. This is just like frame rails, right? And then you build your own cage on top of it
Yep.
in your own suspension points.
yep.
Or I guess it has rear end points probably because I don't think IMCA can change those, can they?
You can.
A little
You
bit.
can, yeah. Yeah, you got within the rules. You got
You need to weld it together. Somebody said
Joey Moss doesn't know.
he might if that's him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
not
I
him.
don't.
That
I,
guy
no,
has a
that's
dirt.
not-
That guy
yeah,
has a
never mind,
dirt
that's
track
not Joey
car.
Moss. My bad, Joseph Ross.
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
have
I
to
don't know
weld
if
it
you have to
together.
weld or not. I didn't look into that. All I know is
You know,
the
because
car will
of
be shipped to us, and I knew it has the new stamped.
because of Benji,
Yeah.
I run that wall now up when I go home on the freeway.
Oh yeah, you put it up against
Oh,
the cush.
dude, right up, it's just so right up I can feel it, and I can feel where it like pulls you in, but then pushes you off, man. Every time I go up, man, run that wall, bro.
No wonder that car's a piece of shit out there.
Dog, that's why it's got a few scrapes on that.
You know what? They're on the wrong side.
What's that?
You're supposed to turn left.
That
I
is
am
supposed to be on
it
the
is
right
it
side.
is a big left turn, and I
But-
just and I feel it up on the left. I'm like, bah, bah, bah.
He's got to know what Benji's talking about now.
Favorite? Okay, what's your favorite dirt track in Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin?
141.
Yeah.
141. And everyone says
Nowadays,
that.
I'd say back when I first started watching it was
Shawano.
Luxembourg.
New Richmond.
Luxembourg
And
back
go.
Luxembourg was.
New
years
Richmond.
ago.
New
The
Richmond
Berg.
is a badass track too.
Three
Fridays
Lakes.
was like
so
the place.
New Richmond, I think I ran a UTV there once
Really?
on the circle. Yeah, on the oval.
3 Lakes.
I don't think I've been to. I don't think I've been to
place is
enough
fucking
oval
ass,
tracks
bro.
to know if there's anything better. I like 141. It's small. It's banked. It has a
Oh.
bar.
Bars.
Bars.
Big bar. but
Bars.
Bars.
I guess
makes
stands,
it
whatever.
fun, whatever. But I know there's way more tracks around there. Yeah, it comes in pieces. You need to weld it together. All factory mounting points. That's
Oh.
the new IMCA stock car.
Oh shit.
So that would be like, in a sense, TNT Speedway.
Yeah, that's what it's called, baby. The 3 Lakes?
The 3 Lakes one.
see it?
TNT
Oh,
Speedway.
I told you.
God damn, you want to talk about
Me and Craig
you,
Daddy.
You want to talk about
Yeah.
We're
a
legends
toilet
at night.
bowl.
yeah.
So they're
Lyle's-
talking about these. Go
That was,
ahead.
that was Lyle's first win in the UTV.
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Craig Kircher in the mud.
Got
Tag
the dub.
teamed that.
Got
Yeah.
the dub.
Yep.
This frame rail would be like basically somebody coming out with a spec super stock frame rail, super stock truck
Yep.
frame rails and A-arms that like gave you the mounting points, and everyone could start with the same frame rails and then build their chassis on top of it. Is what this class is kind of like.
Seems complicated.
Yeah.
Well, so the
I think
same
I'll
as
stick to
super
RC.
stock right now. People are looking for certain stubs in front ends and suspension ones because you can get different things. Some are solid axle, some are independent. You can put your hand down.
Dumb question.
You are dumb.
What are stubs?
Front end. So a stub is from the firewall forward technically,
Oh, okay.
I guess. So it'd be like your front frame rails where
Yep.
the A-arms hang and the steering's mounted and the engine's mounted, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, geez, everybody knows that. So it'd be like super stock having like a frame rail kit that you could buy that had certain points on it that mimicked a certain year front end that everybody liked, and then but now it's produced like current. So you're not like going through the junkyard trying to find cars and this, that, and the next thing with these front ends on them, so you can cut them apart.
Yeah, it has the factory mounts, but
it's
front uppers,
purpose-built.
you can change. Yeah, you can change some of the other mounting points, but on the frame itself, it has to be stock.
Yeah.
I got a question. Is there a dirt track? Maybe I'm gonna sound like a big reject here, but is there a dirt track that I can go to that I don't have to wear like the big fucking glasses?
Yeah,
Like
anyone
for
with
dust?
that the wind blows the other way.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah.
tough.
Is there one that I can go to that I don't have to?
Well, if you go to 141, the wind's blowing a certain way, you don't.
No,
have to-
no,
You
yeah,
go
blowing
on
right in
41
our
and sit in
face.
a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Dude, me and Tito look like Cole Trickle on the last season.
we look like gold because we were sitting at
The pace car.
at the end of turn one, so like all the wind was like just blowing that way, and yeah, I guess we could sit in a bar, but what fun is that, man? I'm there.
Way more fun. It's warm, and you can sit and look out the window and get
Yeah.
served and
Yeah,
food. And
yeah,
then
you can
you're-
sit at the machines and look
but-
over once in a while.
But you're outside, you can feel wow, wow, wow. We're there.
Yeah, you can still hear it
We're there
inside
to
too.
race,
No,
not
you
to
can,
drink.
but it's you don't feel it as much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Richie
It's
sits.
almost like
Richie
a-
sits.
Yeah.
Richie sits right at the
Yeah,
front.
yeah,
Oh,
Richie,
yeah.
See, this
Yeah.
is where we need
Yeah.
to go, man. Do you get hammed up? You talk to chicks or what?
He
Once in a while?
usually goes there with a chick.
Do
Don't
you?
lie.
You got a girlfriend or what?
No.
Wow. Which day of the week?
Damn, bro. You little hoe or what? That's what's up, dog.
No.
Hey,
No.
man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Is that from the RC racing? We're just like, you know what I mean?
We can go with that. Sure.
Better control.
That's what I mean, man. What do you do? Do you do the one or do you do the?
I have a really smooth throttle finger.
Which one though? Which one? Show me. Is it like this?
I'm left. No,
Oh,
Yeah, left hand.
is that
And the right
secret?
hand's for the tickler.
Oh, so then you're like, do you work it? Do you throttle it?
Two-hand it. You can two-hand it. You can two-hand it in there.
Let's see, Richie. Let's see.
dude.
It's,
Is that why you're triggers?
Let's see.
show them now.
We're zoomed in on you. Come on.
Is that why
Show
your
the
triggers? Is that why your triggers so tight on your radio?
that's because of him. I bought the radio.
Damn.
I never changed it.
He's got that trigger finger now. He's always like, come here.
He's like, here, try my car. I'm like, I can't get my fucking finger in the goddamn thing. I'm like pushing on the outside of it. I can't.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
All
complainers.
sorts of worn in. He's out here doing finger lifts.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. You're a beast, bro. I love it.
Drew, what do you think the highest paid race was this year? Because they had some pretty big.
The $1 million race.
There was $1 million race?
No, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean,
looking
was
up.
that? Was it
Yeah,
100,000?
at the spam
Oh,
bowl.
yeah.
there's always been a
The
million.
100,000. The 100,000 one, I think.
Wasn't that-
That's what it was.
Wasn't that a
Batesville.
Chili
in stock-
bowl.
Was
Chili
that a stock
dog.
car?
The chili dog.
Was it
Yeah, that
Batesville?
was at New Richmond.
It was the one where,
Was it a stock car race?
yeah.
It was 100,000.
Beaver Dam.
Yep.
And then
Oh, I
there's,
was in Kansas.
That wasn't Beaver Dam. That was
there's a
shit. What the hell was
Florida
that?
National Winter National coming up here shortly too.
RTJ won
The
it.
corn dog
Oh,
bowl.
in Sioux Falls.
Was that it?
He's just throwing
I don't know
stupid
either.
fucking names
I don't
out
remember
there.
the damn name.
Big cities.
Names big
Jacksonville.
cities.
Mississippi Thunder. Does that sound right?
Ooh.
Mississippi Queen.
That sounds like
maybe.
a stripper.
Yeah.
Mississippi,
much
That
was
would be a
it?
good
Ooh,
one,
hey, you know
actually.
what? You should name your next car that.
Mississippi Thunder.
Yes.
That takes
Ooh.
way too much to type and name and talk
Oh,
about.
come on.
Abbreviation.
Yes.
Miss Thunder.
Yeah.
Miss Thunder. Miss Thunder from
Yeah.
down under.
The one with the big booty, big ass.
She'd be
Yeah.
coming from down
Yeah,
underneath the
that'd
table. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that'd be your pro mod. Big ol' ass.
Big ol' ass.
Big ol' ass.
Miss
Yeah, big
Thunder.
ol' girl.
Yeah, that's a big girl.
Uh-huh.
Bog. Big old girl.
Jeb Boodle. He named his two cars really good. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Norbit. And then
Yes.
And then he's got
Rasputia?
So he named his pro stock Norbit and his pro mod, his pro R, Rasputia.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty fitting.
What
pretty fitting.
about naming toy car motors?
Yes.
You're
guys
the
do
only
that?
one that does that.
Oh, what are yours?
What's your name?
It's got Rev and
Same.
Kevin.
I only named a couple.
Let's hear them.
There's Singing Sally, Rev and Kevin,
Nice.
Carl the Crate,
Yeah.
All right.
and I think that might have been it.
I think that might have been.
What, only 3?
I like singing Sally.
The other ones didn't make the cut.
Singing
Race
Sally,
Lake
I think
had
that
a
was
30K to win street stock race. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, Rice Lake. Yeah, that's another good one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Road America.
Brother-
Really big one.
Brother's talking about Shawano right now, man. I've heard nothing but awful things about Shawano.
Is Shawano a
Shadow back
terrible
in the
place?
day used to be good.
Is Shawano
That's like the
half
most
mile?
boring racetrack to go
Is that
to.
the big train? Is that,
Shadow
I
is?
thought
is
it
that
was
the
always.
half mile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah, I
always
call-
bigger the better.
I call
So-
Shawano a donation. When I go there, I walk in, pay the fucking money, sit up there for 20 minutes, and realize this is stupid, and I leave.
Do you know that Shawano is a half mile outside, and then Anna goes a half mile inside?
What?
Always go inside.
Ooh.
How big the track is?
So Anna goes bigger?
Yeah.
Wow.
From my understanding, that's what I was told.
To be fair, this guy also said if you don't have sand in your teeth, you're not at a racetrack. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even
rider.
I wasn't even filming on the track, and I got dirt.
Or in your beer. Speaking of that, you still have my cap cover?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
So what makes Shawano such a shitty track?
Yes, there we go.
It's fucking boring.
What
what's
makes
boring?
that
Is it too
boring?
long? Is it one
And
line?
then
It's like it would be like watching that'd be like watching people race golf carts
yep.
around 141.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
That big of a difference?
That might be a little bit extreme.
That's what it's like.
I'd go for that.
It's like watching
No, and only
pro
5
stock
of
race.
them.
Oh, really? Why? Why so less?
Because nobody wants to go there because it's fucking boring.
That sounds extreme to me.
So it's like watching a.
It's boring, but I wouldn't put it to that level.
It's like watching a pro stock race. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I do the same thing as soon as he looked at you. I was like, I know where he's going.
You know what?
I'm lightheaded, I'm going to pass out.
All right, we're getting down to the
Hey, Dubs
What?
in the chat for the Jeffy cam. Let me hear it. Let me
Dubs
see.
in the chat.
Dubs.
Yeah,
Dubs.
I want W's in the
W's?
chat. W's in the chat for the Jeffy cam.
Jeff-
What makes
Cam.
the oval
Do you
boring
like it or
compared
do
to
you
other
not like
ovals?
it?
I think the
Exactly.
racing, the cars, other than mods and late models, are the only thing that are truly seem like they go fast enough for the side of the track. They have low car counts, and the racing gets so spread out. So spread out. The track's big. It's not tight. It doesn't always race that great. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody just said low car count. Every 2 times you've gone, it's got rained out.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate
Yeah.
for them, but
I think 141 is impressive just the way how fast they rip through them all.
Yeah, and they keep the show going really good at 141. Like, it's rolling off, rolling in, rolling off, rolling in.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
And
100%.
being tighter and banked, to me,
I wish they would water the track a little bit more.
yeah, same.
to
sure a
me,
lot of
being
people would.
tighter and banked keeps the racing better because it allows them to run from the bottom to the top. They're on the tires and they're against the wall almost every week there.
Yeah.
Where Shawano is flat besides the point, and it got really long straightaways. So if they get next to a person, they usually just chase them down the thing, and they can't actually ever get the pass done. Where 141, they once they're next to them, it's not a big run down the straightaway. The guy doesn't just outrun them back down the straightaway.
Tell
I
that's
don't
Cam
know.
Reimer,
It's just
man.
Yep.
it's just a little bit different.
Yeah,
but
Fucking guy.
Smaller trucks are always going to keep.
yeah, I mean,
competition
look at the
close
difference
and
between watching a
tight.
race at Chicagoland compared to like Bark River or Crandon. The small tracks are usually there can be 3 trucks out there, and it seems like it's fucking they're on top of each other getting after it.
So Dirt City's not that bad then.
No, I don't ever really have a problem. I think Dirt City races good, even though people don't like it. Well, how often do you see a boring race at Dirt City other than Pro Stock?
Pro 2.
You got fucking Ricky G coming from the back, like coming in like fucking Hannah Montana, like a wrecking ball.
The last 2 or 3 years of Pro 2, if you start on the front, you win.
Where at 140 or at
Dirt
Alina?
City.
At Dirt
At
City.
Dirt City.
In the
I don't
Pro
know.
2 class?
In the Pro 2s.
I was going to say,
think so.
G-Puck came back from last.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
in the
think
Pro
so.
2, you start on the front, you win. It's almost a guarantee.
I don't think so. But there was really only. I might hurt some feelings here.
Oh,
but
Ty said that 141 had the highest car count.
That
in the
intrigues
country.
me. I never would have guessed that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, towards the end there, when he flew that whatever flyby race towards the end, I mean, didn't I message you like there's like 200 and some cars here?
maybe
It
on
was
a
ridiculous.
weekly basis, yeah.
Damn, they had a flyby on that?
Yeah, they were done, and then he decided like, hey, we're gonna race one more time,
Oh shit!
You don't like
I was like,
jets?
damn, I thought you meant like planes and shit. I was like,
no.
damn,
Like
bro.
opening ceremony?
Yeah, let me know. How fucking sweet would that be, though?
Hey, Tito, the flyback coming in hot. Crop dusters.
Yeah, I was just about to say, dude. Honestly, how cool would that be, though, man? Like, home of the brave, and they water the track with it. Like, boom, boom. Dude, I'm telling you, man, be the show of Wisconsin, brother. That's what we need to get doing, man. Somebody, do you know somebody at 141?
Yeah.
Need some fucking emails here, brother.
I know the owner, actually.
Dude,
He's like, you know some farmers?
We need to be promoters.
yeah, dude, that's what we should be doing as promoters,
Yes.
man. Just fucking, can you imagine that? How baller would that be? Crop duster, just, oh.
And then you come parachooting out of it.
Yep,
Yeah.
dude, 100%. I'd
Yeah.
fucking do it.
He goes, I'd fucking do it.
I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, I want to.
I'll fucking eat it.
But that one car count they had for that, it was up there.
All right,
I remember,
well,
it was like
So what's
we're
the
almost at
best track then?
a dirt
Like
track?
just in general, like all the tracks you see races.
141.
141 still it?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
all the whole country?
I haven't been to many other ones, but this guy says that 141 had the highest car count in the country.
I guess that just speaks for itself then, huh?
It kind of speaks for itself,
Yeah.
but I haven't been to that many. Before we get done here, Supercross A1 this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your picks?
I'm
Who's your
going,
picks?
I'm going Kitchen and Sexton.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
250 plus.
Damn.
Yep.
Fuck, losing money, huh?
I'll bet right now.
So who's going to be the first person to say Jet and Deegan?
Not me. I'm
Oh,
going,
he doesn't
I'm
like
going
Jet.
Tom Vial and
Jet.
No, I don't think he's racing.
I don't
West.
think I think he's east.
Who?
Oh,
Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, VL's east.
I think the other guy's racing west
Yeah.
from that Julian Beaumere.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's Deegan and I think Tomac. I think Tomac's
Tomac's a good
been
one.
racing. He's got the flow already. You watched him at those last couple races and he looked pretty damn good and pretty racy. I think having all those races under his belt already this year, I think is going to get him going.
Yeah,
that's a good.
he
that's
got
a good
a lot
pick.
better towards the end of the year last year.
Sakadu in the West? No,
He's east. He's east because I think he was hurt, so he's got some time. I think for PC, it's
Let me
Kitchen
see.
and Marchbanks.
I love that Kitchen went west too with Deegan.
Yeah,
All the
they've been
shit-
talking
all
shit
the
to each
shit
other.
talking.
I think Kitchen's going to be a dog.
All right, guys.
I think Sexton's
Shimoda.
going to be really good.
I'm going far left.
Shimoda.
You know how I like.
What about that Chance Hymas?
No, but you know how I like. No, this is my far left pick because you guys know how I like rooting for the underdogs. Mm-hmm. Malcolm Stewart, because it's A1,
Brother Malcolm.
and he's the.
So,
I
then
think he's
if
gonna
it's
be.
A1, you got to choose Barsha.
He's gonna be the new David Millsap.
Nope. Hey,
And
first of all,
Justin
that's my
Barsha.
pick. Barsha's my pick.
But Malcolm and Austin Faulkner.
Is Faulkner racing west?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Is Hampshire, right?
They say he is, but I don't think he is.
Hampshire?
Yeah, because he was hurt not too long ago.
Yeah, ACL.
Yeah.
I just saw a post somewhere. All right, what do you guys think Prado's going to do?
Top 10.
eighth.
Top 10.
Or 5th through 10th.
Eighth? That's fucking Malcolm's spot.
I'll
right
go
on
top 10. I'll go top 10.
I'll go top 10. I'll go, probably top Probably, I bet he goes top 5 because he'll pull the whole shot.
Yes, that's very possible too.
Plessinger and Deegs.
The Deegs.
We got,
Brian Deegan.
He's coming out. Deegan and Sexton. All the dirt bike and no discussion of the Chili Bowl. Tulsa Shootout. Oh yeah, I forgot. So Chili Bowl is next week. Tulsa Shootout
Was last weekend.
was all last week. I don't follow the Tulsa Shootout that much. I did see Joe Gibbs let Christopher Bell race again, and Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson had a good battle. And then so I think
Larson almost pulled off 3 of them.
Yeah, and then I
Larson
heard
won
Wyatt
2.
Miller's in there too.
Wyatt Miller ran.
I don't know.
Wyatt the Riot.
He did, but I think he ran in like a youth class or something like that.
Oh.
And then RTJ was up there too.
RTJ was up there. Brexton Bush, Kyle Bush's kid
Yep.
won.
What makes these races so significant?
I don't
They're
know.
tight. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's in a dome.
Yeah,
like
the
a
chili,
bowl.
the chili bowl's in
So is the Tulsa Shootout. So it's like a pre.
pre.
Yeah. So they all go there, and then all of a sudden, then Chili Bowl.
Now, what race would you attend? The Chili Bowl, or the Tulsa?
Chili
They're
Bowl.
the same race.
On the same spot?
Yep, same track, everything. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
one's a week before,
Yeah.
and they have to run one car in classes there. And Miller was in Outlaw non-wing. And then the second week is midgets, so double the engine. And
That's
I
right.
I would say what? Double the size of a car? Probably double the size of a car.
Close, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
not much bigger, but it's bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It'd be like
big enough.
me to Tito.
He goes, me to Tito.
Yeah, because they go
Because
they go to
close
like the
double.
crotch rocket
all right.
motors, and then they
Yeah,
go
they-
to the four-cylinder.
They go from a crotch rocket engine to a four-cylinder, like a legit four-cylinder.
Oh, okay.
A lot to handle.
Yeah.
Yep. Still there, though.
I mean, maybe it's like a trophy cart to a UTV size difference.
It's a big jump.
You know what I mean? They're not quite twice the size, but if you like measured every little inch of it, you could probably say that they measure out twice the size.
So,
Okay.
as
Always
a
matters.
non-watcher of Oval, would that be the race to watch?
Oh yeah.
or a gateway.
Oh yeah.
oh, Gateway?
The gateway,
Dome.
the gateway
Really?
is just all entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
they
they
take-
have, dude. I'm telling you, you want to see a fucking kickoff, walkout show, opening ceremonies. Every driver gets a light show, gets to pick their own music. They fucking dress up.
Yeah.
Wait. This is for the Chili Bowl?
This is for,
For the Gateway.
The Gateway.
Gateway Nationals.
Oh, Gateway night. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about like gateway, like a gateway drug to the
Drug.
No.
Oh.
So-
Gateway Nationals is in St. Louis.
Yeah. So like mods and late models you see at the dirt tracks around here,
Yep.
they run those
In a
in a
tiny ass dome.
stadium.
Really?
Yeah. Not,
Dude,
not
and
a
the track
football
gets rough.
stadium.
You'll
Not
see a late
football
model
stadium.
leave all four tires off the track, and he's just hammer down back on it.
When is this race?
It was
just beginning December.
Oh,
Yeah, it
damn,
just
we got to
happened.
wait a whole
Like
ass
we're
year?
going,
Yeah.
we're going next year. We're
Hey,
gonna go this
So,
year.
and the
but-
best thing
Right
about
here,
it,
the people in this room, we're all going.
yeah.
Gateway One.
Yep.
The best thing about it is there's this freaking Tyler Carpenter. Dude's got like 7 kids, like 4 or 5 fucking baby mamas, and he's young and looks like he just came out of the trailer park, like trailer trash. and
Talks
he
like it too.
Talks like a jackass and just fucking waxes these guys. Only at that one race.
Yep.
He doesn't seem to do. I think he runs limited late model everywhere else now or something
Well,
like that.
he's been running with the guys because now he's got
He's got
established.
He's got established. He's got a ride now.
he has his name thrown out there.
But
So now
2
they
years
started
in a row,
getting.
he won, or 3 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
He won this over all the factory dudes. And the first 2
Yep.
years, they had their own car.
Yep.
No one even knew
He
what
still
kind of
has
car
his
it
own
was.
car. He still has his own car. He still runs his own car.
What is
Whatever
it?
they Kryptonite.
Kryptonite, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a business now.
Yeah.
I
So
think. But he's just doing, and he talks out of his ass. And the people, it's either you love him or you fucking hate him. There's
Yep.
nothing in between.
Can we
Yep.
get that from you this year?
From me,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll even say
There's
it.
not
He's
enough
like
rowdy
on a
people.
big track.
and I don't have enough
I can't
baby
hang with
mamas.
these guys.
What?
He's like, he'll even admit, like on a big track, he can't hang with these guys.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
but now he's been more competitive because I'm sure he got a better engine, all
Yeah,
that
he's got
stuff.
support.
But
He was a low budget guy that just fucking let it all hang
yeah,
out.
Hey,
And he
but,
let
but
it,
he doesn't care. He'll
he
plow
races
you.
in dudes. They
Hey
had
Dudes?
pictures
Hey
of him in fucking Hey Dudes getting out of the car winning.
Yes, I love this.
Didn't
Yeah,
even
it's
have his
wild.
fucking
Did they,
fire shoes
did they
on.
fine him or something because he didn't have a fire retardant?
I'm sure. I
He
mean,
say
did
that
something. He had to. yeah.
you get chat banned.
But the,
Yeah, right.
RTJ had to apologize one year because
Really?
yeah, because he parked him in the wall. This Carpenter guy.
Yeah.
And as soon as you crash or something happens, they have the mic and the video camera
dude,
in the car.
Yes.
And
they come out on the track to you while you're
Yeah,
getting out.
yeah. So all of a sudden, RTJ's there was the R word let off, and someone needs to fund
could
his
you-
fucking stupid
Can you,
ass
can
and
you
blah blah.
imagine?
Damn.
There's a video
That's
on
that
it
Chili
still,
Bowl?
and it's
No,
that was
no,
a gateway.
no,
That's a
Gateway.
gateway.
But do they have it on Chili Bowl?
Damn.
I
going
think
to
they still
Gateway.
do,
Got it
That's
on
like-
but
Chili
it's
Bowl.
not as intense as.
That's like the XFL, man.
That's where a lot of like they had that one kid like he rolled his car
Oh,
and it's
Tony
just on
Stewart.
its side and they're like you
Tony
can't,
Stewart, right?
You can't
Yeah.
park there.
yeah, you can't park there. And he's like all the slang, and they're like, describe us, the moments that we're going. He's like, yeah, I was just coming through the corner, right. And he's just literally on the bike, it's freaking.
All
it's
these
good.
dudes become social media famous off this race.
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's just made to be.
Yeah.
It's a big race, but it's got a rap for having really good interviews.
Yeah.
So it just gets rowdy.
So people act stupid
like an
on the
atmosphere.
interview.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There is a shirt company.
Fights on
Yep.
fights.
There's a shirt company that is on site, and for some whatever famous thing, like the guy you
Comes
can't
out.
park there, they were selling shirts
The
that
next day.
weekend because of that guy, and they were like sold out. I ended up buying one shirt, and he had another one. He had another one that says "Pit Lizard Pimpin'" on it.
Yeah.
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 Dude,
Yeah.
Rich, you a Pit Lizard guy? Me too.
Gateway is way more of a fan experience than Chili Bowl. Gateway is a must go. Yeah, and Chili Bowl, everyone gets sick. For some reason, with all the fumes, they race in there for 2 weeks straight. It's cold. You're going from hot to cold, hot to cold. It seems like everybody gets sick. Anyone you talk to says you're going to come back sick.
Everybody had the ski goggles on this year.
When's Gateway?
December.
Beginning first week in December, I think. Usually.
You got time to figure out how to get there.
No, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're
Is it in St.
carpooling.
Louis?
And they'll pan through like the stands.
Are we getting-
Interview. There's people that have costumes on and shit.
Are there hot moms there?
I'm sure there is.
Are we finger banging moms, Rich?
Absolutely.
Are we going to end this with dropping merch?
Or
no.
I didn't even think about that.
Or we could end it with this guy got some shit coming up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
shit,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's hear it. That's what we'll end it with.
Yeah, we'll end it with that.
That's what we can end it with.
Yep.
Well, it's
Yeah,
now.
we're ending it.
Oh well, he's bringing it up here in a second, and not only that,
Good. Top.
All right. So, Gateway is more okay. Yeah. So we have Chili Bowl this week, and then a lot of us are getting ready for
what time is it?
King of the Hammers. It's 9/11, bitch. Gotta pay the big bucks to park your rig inside. Then you don't get sick.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Can you say that? Some people have a phobia of saying it. The time.
What time is it?
It's too soon.
Physically, what time is it?
It's probably not anymore. Oh, it is.
9/11.
Yeah, you sick, bro.
Yeah.
He goes, you sick, bro? You're just trying to get everybody to say it.
Come on now. We're gonna get canceled because of that.
It's time for the credits.
Roll it. Time to cash this in.
You got it ready?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy is returning back to the stage at Skyline Comedy Club. I signed up to do an open mic last month, and I got going up on stage for 4 minutes.
4 minutes? Is that the most you've ever had?
No, the most I've ever had is 20 minutes.
Oh.
So it's just open mic. It's kind of getting me like back into the flow of things.
Here it is. Look
So
at it.
I will be on stage January 22nd, Wednesday at Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, and then I'll also be on stage January 29th, also the following Wednesday, as well. And obviously that's when I go on 5th.
Man, you're
and
in the MC.
Yeah, and then I go 12th. So
How do you get in the light part?
and what in the green?
No, you see, it says MC till 8, and then after that it says light, and then 10 to 19.
So you can sign up to be an MC, but I really
You are an MC.
I don't like it though.
What's light? What's the difference?
So you are light? What do you mean?
See
Make
the,
that
see the
bigger.
black. See the black line?
Yeah.
It says MC, and then has
Yeah.
all the numbers 1 through 8, and then it says light, and then it has 10 through 19.
Oh, okay. So that's the guy working the light.
Oh.
So that's what that means. So light is the guy who's like working the like.
I thought MC was a whole category of MCs.
No. MC
Okay.
is the guy who kind of hosts the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Man, they need to get a different closer. Roberto is played out.
yeah, the thing of it is like I like Roberto. He's blind. He's a blind comedian. But the unfortunate part about it is he has the same stuff, like over and over again, and it's so unfortunate because it's like, dude,
He basically just makes fun of himself.
he makes fun of himself, which I mean is great. It's funny, but once you hear it the 9th time, you're like, okay, like it doesn't quite carry the humor
Right.
that you'd think it would. So
And once you've probably seen him once, you probably have a pretty good idea of what you're going to get from him.
yeah. I
Pretty
mean, like I said,
predictable.
You can see his jokes coming.
yeah. yes. So No, it's
That should be one of his jokes.
yeah. You probably saw this one coming.
Hoa gonna tell my mom she's gonna act up.
Come on now, and be talking about moms.
If you ever come on stage facing the wrong way,
No.
just position like not facing the crowd.
That'd be so funny.
All right, just go sit down and be like, hey guys, I just got a phobia right now. I can't face you guys.
Maybe that should be your opening words.
I got deep-seated trauma. I can't face you, just like I can't face my parents. So no, I
That'd be
do
sweet.
4 minutes open mic. Then the plan is to hopefully
4 minutes is your time.
Yeah, and then hopefully
he
kind of
doesn't-
across the board.
He doesn't like doing hour and a halves or anything like that.
No, I mean,
not a big
not a big stand-up guy.
Yeah, not a big stand-up guy. I go for it, and I give them the hits.
You value their time.
Yeah.
I do. I make sure that they're taken care of,
Right
and
away.
then myself
Right away.
And
I feel like you race and you're good at winning the race.
How do I say this?
Just like that.
You could just say yes or no. That's all you have to say.
I
You
get
don't
it.
even have to put that lip out like that when you go to answer.
I get it pretty warmed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that
once-
way you only got to give it 4.
Oh, 100%, man. It's a.
It's 4 minutes. Is that your average? See, everyone was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody was thinking the
Just
same
think,
thing.
if you give them 4 2 times, that's 8 minutes.
Okay, I guess here's here's the question.
Here we go.
Here's the
Let's hear
question.
it.
We'll end it on this because when you're having the sex, right?
Having the sex.
That's actually what we're getting this on.
Having the sex.
So, does it count if you're like, we were doing it for 4 minutes? Does it count from the moment that you guys start like kissing and like going down on each other to then when
No,
you
it's
know
when
you
it
arrive,
enters.
or is it penetration?
Penetration.
Penetration to arrive.
Yep.
Penetration to arrive. So
Which I
that's
don't
just-
understand. If we're in foreplay and she fucking, orgasms like 5 times and
Yeah.
half a time with me, what's?
Thank you.
I got 1. You got 5.5.
Yeah, thank you. And when we're
How's
saying
that
it,
fair?
and then they make fun of like, oh, you lasted 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I just got you off for 8. What are you talking about here, man?
My fingers hurt.
That's an
and
11.
shit.
That's an 11-minute session,
Thanks.
right? Thank you. See,
Thank you.
see, is this how you get those marathons going, man? You know what I mean? I go till the thing underneath my tongue starts to hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I make it a meal, bro. Clearly,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes I'm like, hurry up. I'm starting to
I'm starting to prune. Hurry up. My hands like been washing
It's
dishes for
family
too long.
friendly. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you. It depends how you.
We should have said Tito After Dark.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Actually, the podcast ends at 2 hours every time,
Yep.
and then what
Anything after
happens
that.
after this is
It's fair
Tito's
game.
show.
Yeah, fair game.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just wondering. So we can all. It's a consensus, right?
Consensus.
So like, obviously making out and stuff really doesn't count.
Oh, we're back to it. Like we're actually.
Because I've only got a 1 vote here. I've only got a 1 vote here.
I
He
said
does,
when
he
it-
does
when
make
it-
a good point.
When it penetrates in is when the timer starts.
4 phases for a reason.
Wait, what does it say?
It says at penetration got 4 bases for a reason.
Yeah, for real.
And I want to understand who's timing this shit. Like, they just. I mean, how do they fucking know how long it was? Fuck, I feel like I've been there for an hour since we fucking started.
To be fair, I did time myself 1 time.
Did you?
Yes. So
Was it past 4 minutes?
It was with my it was with the girl I moved in
situationship?
Minneapolis with.
Now, did
Because I was
you
like,
actually have like a clicker, or,
Yeah, I had my
were you
phone.
like in your head like 1,000?
no, I had my phone because I was like,
You
oh,
know, it
like,
might make you last longer if you count while you're doing it.
Like Along King Polly.
no.
60.
So I tried to see how fast I could do it.
You could
before
arrive.
I could arrive. It was 1:16.
From penetration?
Yes.
For,
Yeah, because
was that with any foreplay?
it had been. Oh yes. Okay. So I made sure that she was ready, and then I was like,
Tito,
all right,
Tito overtime.
I was like, it's been a hot minute, right?
Yep.
Since I've arrived. So I'm like,
After hours Tito time.
She got back. She got. She had gotten back. She had gotten back from a trip. It was like a 4-day trip.
Did you plug it into your GPS?
So she got back and then like took care of her, right? And we had talked about it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see how fast I can, arrive. So get her ready, right? I have my phone in my hand and I am like at the precipice of putting it in, and I go, click, and then we just went at it. And as soon as I arrived, I like reached for my phone real quick and I hit stop, and I was like, and then I looked. It was a minute 16.
Was it good for you?
Oh, dude, it was good for her at first, and then
Did it feel like a minute, or did it feel longer?
I thought it felt longer because in my mind, I was like trying to race against time, where I was like, I was almost trying to get it to like 40 seconds.
That's probably why it took so long.
I
Because
think
you were
so,
thinking
yeah,
about other
because
stuff.
I was, instead of just trying to focus.
Is this
on
just about Tito running motos?
Yes.
You meant, hey, we're on after hours now.
Yeah.
So
we're running motos.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now. All right, we're ending it like this.
Yep.
Jeffrey,
4 strokes.
Saturday pick. Go.
Oh, I said Malcolm Stewart and Austin Faulkner.
Okay.
Kitchen, Sexton.
Richie.
I don't know any of these guys.
Okay, true.
Lawrence, Jet.
Yeah. And
wait,
who's what 250?
The Deegs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be that guy. Okay, go.
He's still in 250.
I'm gonna
right?
go Barsha, and I don't know who else is West Coast for 250. I named all the East guys, so I don't know who's West. I'm not gonna say Deegan.
Chance Hamus. The Star team has. Let's look.
I don't remember a
But I
lot.
mean, man,
The only one I
nobody
really know is
West
Deeks.
Coast.
So like,
Yeah. The Deegs.
I like how we switched so fast.
We had to. It was just time.
What are you talking about?
the transition is on point.
yeah.
Because it started, it was done.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you time that?
Did you time that?
minute 42.
I don't know who's racing where.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay.
Anyone other than Deegan, I guess. The field.
The field.
Anyone.
Yeah, the 250 field.
Kitchen. I forgot who.
Kitchen
yeah.
would be a good one.
I said Shimoda.
Shimoda. Is he not racing?
I think he's just ass, that's all.
Yeah, he has been. I'm going to go against the grain here, and I'm going to go Deegan in lights, and I'm going to go
Eli?
Tomac in 450.
It's not a bad pick.
Tomac is good.
Yes.
So
Everyone's betting against the old dog.
yeah, I think he's got some fire in him right now. So,
I believe
all right,
that.
guys.
All right.
This is the off-season show presented by Impulse Media. We talked toy cars, a little bit of dirt oval, and
Some motos.
some Tito, some Supercross, and next week we're gonna have KG and the B and Frankie Corey Winter.
Okay, Tito.
On the off-season show. So be sure to come back, tune in next week, and watch Supercross on Saturday. And bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.